Okay, you can be a good judge of character because you haven't experienced a lot of things though.
He's got them all people drip.
Yo, who else do I want her to go
That's
to?
a partnership.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you in disgust, but you're carrying my child.
Wait,
Like,
you know
it's
what's
actually
mad?
weird.
Tax fraud? Okay. Manslaughter? Whoa, you don't understand.
But if you ask me questions and I lie, you know, like, what's the point in
He's
that?
dead. He's dead. He's blue. Yo, what's up? So welcome back to another episode of Disruption Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's 191.
Bow, bada, bing, bada, boom.
Wow, great.
It's good.
It's not the Baghdaddy.
Shut up,
What do you mean shut up, bro? We're here.
Hit
It's
it.
not the Baghdaddy.
Yeah, it's Chief Olasoji in the building, baby.
It's your girl Maweezy.
He's the prince.
Oust.
Oh,
Welcome
full
back.
house again. Guests
Yeah.
hate us and they don't want
Again.
to come
It's
on
always
the
a full
show
house.
because we're too good. So it's
Too
just,
funny.
what it
he's good.
We haven't had
Too
a
edgy.
we haven't had a guest in a minute.
How long has a minute been? What, a couple, like, what, 4
About
episodes
6
probably?
seconds.
5%.
60 seconds. Yeah, it's been like, what, 4 episodes?
Who was the last guest we had?
Dang. Tabby?
Tabby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that was not long then.
Feels like it was a while ago.
Three-
You know, we,
three
I feel like
This is the fourth
episodes
episode.
now,
since,
yeah, well, I do want someone to, you know, to come through.
Yeah,
We've
no,
got things lined
same.
up anyways,
Yeah.
but you know, I mean, there's some interesting people that's like, yo,
Yeah.
respond to the emails, man. Let's get these things
It's the
cracking.
it's the thing I like.
Yeah, let's get
Right,
rolling.
outside our circle,
It's
it's
tough
hard
scenes.
to tap into them.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Do you have to look at who is the mutual followings kind of vibes, or,
Yeah,
or
I'm
what?
Sure, but
You know, we thought that it would work. You know, you send Marwa into the battlefield because you know.
this
Woman.
guy's
we can
a gay,
relate.
bro. This guy tried to
Woman.
pimp out his girl, his fiance.
Always.
But hey, no, but think about it.
How was the
mean, yeah,
but
battlefield?
then you also-
It's a great
It's
business.
a good business strategy.
From experience, how was the battlefield?
It's tough. I tell you, it's tough. People aren't letting you step into their quarters. It's tough. But the thing is also, you have to realize not everyone is so open because for some
so
people,
koalas.
for some people, this is a business. You know, you can't just walk up and approach. You got to come correct and you got to sometimes come with a bag too.
Whoa.
But we're not doing bags.
I will
We're not
absolutely,
doing
I'll
bags.
never
Don't-
come with a bag. What do you think I was
Until
gonna
that day we come with a bag, bro.
Even then, bro.
Yeah, even then.
If there's a bag, it's ours.
That's
Speaking of there's a bag, do you guys want to know what I'm wearing right now?
what are you wearing?
I'm wearing some Step 1.
Wow.
Wow.
Tell him.
Which bag do you have in your step ones, Nora?
What?
I was gonna say something.
Ball bag.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna sound very sus.
Oh, man.
That's
Should I say it?
Master, what color are you wearing?
Nah. So also we're setting up the studio.
Go. I know what you're saying.
No,
Bent over.
no was bending down to set up the lights.
Yeah.
And I saw the step one.
And he couldn't control himself.
I saw that. I was like, good.
Lost all decorum. What you got on your
Brand
name?
ambassador.
Yo.
I said, rip it, boy.
Hey.
Yeah, oh, man.
Step 1 underwears.
Phenomenal.
Sure, we're partners. Okay? But I was actually rocking them beforehand.
I think I'm rocking them right now.
Genuinely, the most comfortable. They're the kind of underwear where it's like you get one, you fall in love, now your whole underwear
You
drawers
have
full
about
of them.
17.
Step one, yeah.
You know? Yeah. Now suddenly you have.
Yeah.
I think I've got like 9.
2 per day.
All right? You might have to.
You get me?
you might have to. Hey, head to step1.live/the disruption. Pick up some underwear. There's pretty dope designs. There's pretty plain ones as well. There's packs, all the kind of stuff. It's perfect for yourself. Perfect as a gift if for a partner. Woman as well. Don't think this is just a
sir.
men's thing. The woman's range is looking nice.
No.
They get some nicer colors.
Now there's a new couple of ranges that just came out.
For the woman,
Now for the man, easy.
Okay.
Couple nice little designs. I saw it came up
Might
on
have to go
Instagram.
get yourself
Okay.
some.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I
So
knew
get all
that.
that.
Okay.
Support us as you support them. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
That's it.
that's it.
That's the
Australian brand.
Is it?
Yep.
It doesn't get any better than that,
It
right?
literally doesn't get better.
Right. As this episode has just come after Anzac Day too, like this is
Literally.
just great.
Like, if you don't head to step1.live/the disruption and purchase yourself some boxes, you don't really believe in the Anzac.
Okay, I thought I was gonna say something.
I was
else,
gonna say
bro.
something
Leave it
else
at
too,
that.
but
He's good.
Is it better than the Manscaped boxes?
Oh, we're gonna do this?
Head to head.
100%.
Oh.
Okay.
These I have fallen in love more than the Manscaped ones. I will not lie. Yes.
For the bigger people, guys or girls.
Hey, let's not do all that.
What?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This is like, I'm speaking from experience, bro. When I play sports, I have to wear these. I can't wear anything
You
else
need
when
the
I play
lycra
sports.
panels to
The
glide.
lycra panels, bro.
It's the lycra panels,
Bro,
bro.
before we were setting things on fire.
Honestly, the chafage was crazy, and now
Doesn't exist anymore.
life is different,
Yeah.
bro.
So what we're trying to say is go cop yourself a pair.
Cop
And
yourself
then let
a
us
pair.
know.
Change your life, man.
That's the way, man.
Need something more
Change your
comfortable.
All right,
And then
But-
send us pictures of you in them.
nice.
Oh, no.
Whoa,
Too
whoa, whoa,
far?
whoa,
Too
whoa.
far,
Nah,
too
nah,
far.
nah,
Okay.
nah, nah. I'm not trying to see no
Okay.
furthers, bro.
What's poppin' though, yo?
So last week, No hit us up with the with the wake up call for Daniel and I.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
You woke up.
you woke up.
I woke up.
Hey.
You know, also got the $1 sushi.
$1.50.
$1.50.
Let's not set the people up with false expectations. $1.50.
I actually got people actually message me and say, "Hey, bro, where's the joint at?"
Bro, to this day.
Bro, to this day,
To this day.
I don't know the address. I actually never sent it to them.
Yes.
So what
have
did you
done?
do?
I just said I got you.
No,
What,
today.
today?
What did you do today?
Oh, today?
Yes.
Okay, no, I thought you meant the reply. Oh, bro.
This guy for me out.
Wait, first of all, is the camera on me?
Yeah, it is.
All right, cool. So obviously, I went back to the same joint. I didn't just go to buy him. I had business there. And then I went downstairs. I saw these bad boys. I said, it's for the team.
Wow.
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 It only cost me $10.
Bro, it's mad.
All of that for
Bro,
10.
it makes
actually
no
crazy.
sense.
Come on, I'm telling you.
That is wild.
This is for you.
Thanks, bro. How's that gonna make sense? Sure, isn't it just everyone takes half a box?
Have a box? Nah, like,
Oh, you're still trying to plan for himself. You said the rest of you
I said
guys.
this for you.
nah, because I'm not having any of it. That's it. I already have 2 boxes.
$10 is crazy.
Yeah,
the fact
that
you
is
get
wild.
Like, we're not realizing
Let me give you
how
all the-
crazy this is. Yeah, come true. We're not realizing the craziness of the
Thank
pricing for
you.
this, man. Like,
Yeah.
yo, if only way we didn't even get the name of this place too.
That's what I was saying. You trying to
Surely you've got the name.
All I know is like 180 Queen Street or something like that.
Madness. Yeah, it's in
That's-
the tower, man. I think
Oh,
it was
is that the South
St.
Melbourne?
Kilda Tower.
Yeah,
St.
yeah.
Kilda Tower, man. At the bottom floor, you'll find yourself the best sushi.
Bro, I
in
love
Melbourne.
it.
And if you go, tell them that we
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
you
You
there.
know what?
We
Yeah.
sent you
I
there.
worked there for 2 years.
No way.
That's right next to where I used to work.
Oh,
next
I thought you were
to-
saying
yeah,
you
yeah.
worked at the
Right
sushi
there,
store,
yeah.
bro. I was gonna say, what
Bro,
the
I don't
heck?
remember if you remember this, but right next to it is actually another Asian joint.
But it's the same thing.
No.
It
there's-
is.
No, there's that one.
I think
but
they're brothers,
that,
bro.
that one is brothers and sisters.
Yeah, they're brothers.
But I'm saying there's another one that's like 10 meters across.
Oh, we didn't see that. Like, I
But
didn't see
the
that.
sushi there's 350.
Oh,
But no one's going there.
Oh, wow.
you know why?
You know why?
Now I know why.
You know why?
It was crazy because when I was leaving, like everyone like on their break, 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, all these mandis are, working around their suits and that.
Serious line, yeah,
Deep.
bro.
Pulling up deep. Serious line.
Fam. It's a good spot, bro. But yeah,
Shout
like
out to
Marwa
them.
said, man, if you're head there, tell them the Disruption Podcast.
Like legit. Tell
I'm actually
them,
putting
yeah.
them on.
Here.
I
Tell them
saw-
that we sent you, man.
I saw an African lady there, bro. I think I put her on.
Right.
Yeah.
I was about to do a very bad transition. I just realized it was kind of racist, so I can't do the transition I was gonna say.
Oh, you want to talk about beef?
Yes.
It's not racist, bro. It's inspiration.
Why you talking about the show beef?
Bro.
What did you finish it?
I finished it one day.
Damn.
Bro,
Cause
do that shit one day as well. For
How
me.
long? Yeah, one day?
Like over 2 days, but
Yeah.
like started tonight and
Right.
tomorrow
Mine
morning.
was started tonight, finished tonight.
I'm episode
Yeah.
8, bro. So I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, it's 10 episodes, right?
10 episodes.
Mao fumbled, yeah. She goes, "Oh, let's start watching this." She's like, "And we just started together, but then like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can go off and watch it in your own time, kind of thing." Because
Yeah.
we've done this before, where we start a show, she passes out, and I just finish it off on that night. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know what, bet it. I'll just finish the show. She passes out. I was like, you know what? Half an hour each, I can get this done in about 4 hours. All right, no worries. Smash the
And
show
you
out.
did.
You smashed the show.
Smash the show out. It had me. Tell me what you liked about it first. You watched it now yet or no? Okay, tell me what you liked about it first. I want to see for the lines.
I don't know if it's what I liked about it, but it made Ali Wong very likable to me.
Yeah.
Bro.
And I've said
Yeah,
my opinion,
yeah.
like
You don't think she's funny?
her comedy's not for me,
Yeah,
100%, right? It's for mums, it's for whatever.
Yeah, pregnant women.
But like, yeah, like literally.
Is it because she did a stand up while she was pregnant?
Yeah. but
But that was the whole stand.
that was the whole. It's just not for me. And I'm like, I don't really find it that good, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, this is her lane.
Fam, I was watching
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I didn't
She's
even
good.
realize it was Ali
good.
Wong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Until the end. Not the
Until
end. Like every episode at the end,
Bro, I didn't
you didn't see
even read
that?
any of that.
Okay,
I wasn't reading that because it was on crack. Yeah,
Next.
so it was just going straight to the next one. No credit.
Bro, you know when the start next episode
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
from
yeah.
10 seconds to 5 seconds?
Oh yeah, because it knows.
Just notice.
I swear my one was literally. I don't even know if it was counting down anymore like this.
Yeah.
Bro. I think I got down to 3 seconds. I don't know if it's possible, but the thing was.
Yeah, it happens.
Bro, yeah, I didn't deep it was Ali Wong the whole time. I was like, yo, this lady's phenomenal.
She was real good in it.
And then I was like, oh snap, this Ali Wong, bro. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? But okay, yeah, keep going. What else?
So I
Yeah?
like that. Made me like her more. I like that it depicted it's what I was saying recently, where it's like when you lead with the minority aspect or the diversity aspect, it makes for a bad show. But they didn't lead with the fact that they're Asian. They just were Asian, right? And so they tell all these stories through the lens of Asian people, right? And I was like, it actually made it very enjoyable because then you're like, as a viewer, you start going, oh, shoot, like, is that what it's like in
These are
their
interesting.
community?
It's kind of like a Mo,
Mo.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
Mo wasn't a diverse. It was literally just that what our Middle Eastern background was solely all it was.
Yeah.
Not that it was just a guy and then here we're gonna
Like
sprinkle.
strictly, I'm,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually really liked it in that sense as well. In terms of lines and all that kind of stuff, there was something that stuck out to me.
Oh, I think I wrote down some quotes actually.
You know I can't remember what it was.
I like the church aspect of it. That was real.
Church
nice.
Bro.
aspect was cool,
That
but it
for me-
disappeared real quick as well.
No,
but the thing, it came out of it disappeared real quick, but it came out of nowhere real quick too.
Yeah, in my mind, I had an aspect of like, okay, was it forced? But I was like, okay.
No, it made
Oh, there's
sense.
so much I have
No,
to
no, no,
say.
no.
There's so
It
much I have
made-
to say. No, it made sense because of what he needed it for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
yeah.
that's what made, and it's kind of reminded me of Ozark because a similar kind of thing happened in Ozark.
Yeah.
But it made sense. What are you laughing about right now?
There was lines that made me laugh
Right.
that I feel like I'll remember. Like, at the end,
Yeah.
I can't remember which episode this was. It was definitely in the last episode, but there was also one before. You know when he goes to, I don't want to ruin too much. But he goes to the house because he thinks
Keep going.
that's who did the fire.
When he goes to the house.
And then
Yeah.
he goes, that's not nice. That's not. And he's pistol whipping the guy. Like,
trying to
that's
remember.
not
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And I was like, it just didn't make sense with how serious it is to be like, that's not a nice thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the
yeah,
end,
yeah.
when they're on the
Gotta
two
watch
rocks,
this.
Yeah.
and she's like swearing at him, he's like, use nice words.
Yeah. And he starts talking. Bro.
After
yeah.
everything you've been through.
So that's, because there's a couple of things. I think the writing was great.
Yeah.
Cinematography was nice in some
A24
aspects.
produces really nice
Yeah,
stuff.
man. I
I-
started looking at the other things they got. Serious happenings, man.
Was it A24? Or
A22 or what?
There's A21, I think, other than the Ministry, but there's an A21 I think,
Yeah.
that does film. Because I think one of them produced, what was the one with Far Out? The one with The Weeknd and...
No, that's A24
That's
as well.
A24
It's
as well,
A24
yeah.
as well,
Far Out, what was it called, bro?
It's the one about the celebrity chick, yeah. Like she's a celebrity, right? Like a rock star.
No,
or
I'm
something.
talking about the one with,
What?
bro, the guy everyone hates. Adam Sandler. The one with Adam Sandler.
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
That was
Uncut
A24
Gems.
as well.
Oh, that's
I think.
A24.
I think
Oh,
so.
The Weeknd is in another.
Uncut Gems.
Wait, the Weeknd was on that?
I'm trying to remember him in Uncut Gems.
Nah, I don't think so.
But I
bro.
believe that that's what Norm might be talking about. But there's another one that The Weeknd is in with A24 that is called. I'm gonna get just because someone might want to suss it out. No worries, lovely. I can't find it, so let's just.
Well, A24 did Euphoria.
I think some aspects of it.
Mr.
Or something
Corman.
like that. Damn, I can't find the one with The Weeknd that I'm trying to talk about unless I'm
Okay,
tripping out.
I don't think they did
I think I'm tripping
Uncut
out fully.
Gems.
Anyways, yeah.
It's interesting.
So yeah, I love the writing of it. Cinematography was nice. They did some nice little small elements of just nice filming. The Idol, that's what it's called. The Idol. That's on with The Weeknd. I don't know if it is A24 or not. It is, yeah, The Idol. Very, I think, raunchy though, that one. So maybe you might viewership advised, guys. Don't have your nieces and nephews around when you watch that one. But I was watching, the cinematography is great. The writing is great. And it was very realistic, is what I like about it. It's a story that
It
unfolds.
started so small, and
Light.
then just the
It's a
build up
story-
was crazy. Yeah,
It's a story that
yeah.
fully unfolds, obviously, but everything you can justify it happening in real life. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy the scale that it gets to, but every step that it took to get to that point can happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Like I feel like a massive theme is just pride.
Pride,
because it can escalate strictly off of pride. Because otherwise, you would have just left it.
And it's interesting that the premise, which is obviously beef, like a beef starts, the premise of it is literally carried throughout. Like when you see, when shows have an initial premise and then it's like, you see it get lost away, but it actually genuinely carries on throughout. Like you can see it, the intertwine, you know what I mean? It's intertwined throughout every single element of the story, right? But I think I wrote it down in the chat anyways. I was kind of just looking at it of like, one aspect was, how, you wrote down living a life of lies and how much that can spiral into other things. Yeah. One aspect of it that I was looking at is like how many people are with the wrong person. Okay. You know what I mean? Like I forgot who pretty much.
Which characters were you thinking?
Well, you think
I was thinking.
You think she was with the wrong person?
Her and her husband.
I don't know, man.
And then maybe also the worship leader and his wife.
Yeah.
But not so much them. But they can get tied into it as well.
It comes up later that she feels, the thing.
Exactly, you know what I mean? But
it's so annoying not giving.
You can't, it's worth holding it for people as well. Though.
Like I would have no problem just being like, "Yo, spoiler alert, whatever." But it's because this guy hasn't finished it and she hasn't finished it, so it's like, I don't want to.
But wait, hold on. But why do you think she is with the wrong person?
Oh, have you finished it? Oh, you said episode 8. How would you not?
You wouldn't realize by now. Cheating.
He hasn't noticed.
No, but that doesn't mean you're with the wrong person. I think there's a problem there in which they haven't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lack of. Because I clearly see it. Clearly, the sex and this and that. He's thinking of another woman, all that. Like, these all conversations. Even when they went to counseling.
Think it's conversation?
But think about this, yeah? No, think about this. Even when they went counseling, yeah? And then the therapist was trying to talk about her problems, right? She was thinking of something completely different.
Yeah.
I don't know if you, like...
I know,
if you get the scene, you get the scene.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Where it's like she wasn't even trying to even solve the problem in which is
that
they're facing. Do you get what I mean? It doesn't mean that you're the wrong person. It just means that they're actually not directly focusing to fix that.
This is why I think that they're with the wrong person. Especially when we talk about living a life of lies. She's lied her way into this relationship the whole time. Like, as in her actual identity or who she actually is has been completely masked by constant lies and... You know
that scene where, like, it starts with her as a kid and, like, that little picture book character with, like, creepy ass one.
Yeah.
That one was mad.
Oh, that scared me.
That's legit scared me.
That was on. I'm watching it through my fingers.
That was on the level of Passion of the Christ when the devil's walking through with the little baby, gliding through.
Little baby. Jewish community, bro. The original. Fam.
Yo.
I hate this man so much.
Why'd you do that?
Where did that even come from?
Yeah.
No. I get
because
how...
also, like, with the whole life for lies thing, I'm like seeing how her husband is. I'm like, if he wouldn't like understand that that's her past, because like she's clearly met with someone off Craigslist, mad.
Yeah, that was mad. Yeah,
that was very like weird. And even the guy's like, oh, why don't you just meet young guys at a bar?
Yeah,
she's like, whatever she said. And then literally her response was,
but you saw that face in the mirror, and I said, whoa,
yeah.
And then I think they unfolded where that comes from.
The naughty,
yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
It's
it really. I think I didn't write this theme down. Aside from the wrong people one, which I'll probably have to explain a bit further, but also the living life of lies. I was like, something that I realized the show really expresses is how broken we are as
influences
humans.
Of family,
bro,
was amazing.
The influence of influences of family,
when
like
she sees her dad's situation when she sees, and then she tries to talk to her parents about it, and they're like, shut up. All that,
and the mom's just saying like,
damn.
Then this is as an adult now, and
man.
Like she's it was actually very,
obviously people, you know what I mean, you watch it, you understand
it makes sense.
But bro, I was like, you humans are just perpetually broken, fam. Like as in through experiences, through hurts, whatever. Even just our own selfish desires, pride, like you guys mentioned as well, self-seeking activities, all these self-serving, activities. I was watching, I was just like, bro, this is perfectly depicted just how messed up we really can be. And this isn't even to a full extreme of people committing like war crimes, racist, etc. Like this is just
trying to exist.
And this is how you can ruin your own life and the life of circle, around you. And then it's like, imagine how damaging this is here. And then you look at people who are like this in positions of power with hella money.
That's the thing.
Heaps of influence. And it's like these people all are making these certain decisions with this amount of influence, and they have these type of paths or
on, yeah.
madness, man.
It's honestly like, I don't know if I could think of any show that's a 10 out of 10, but this was like a 9.2.
I can give it that, bro. Yeah.
But you guys read the show.
That's
I mean,
very
I
Not
know,
potential, yeah,
I,
like
I,
a
know, I
nine,
know I haven't
nine,
finished
yeah.
it, but damn, a 9, bro, 9.2.
It
very
genuinely like it.
Because I'm up to episode 8. Because obviously, what actually got me into
Hey, if
it.
you don't love it by now, you don't love it.
No, but when did it go crazy? Was that episode 9 then? It was 9, right?
When it went
Crazy.
Yeah, that was
Okay, so where I stopped, well, like where I'm at right now.
No, bro, you're not ready.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. This is how I know something crazy is happening, right? It's I think episode 8 actually. Now he's actually the leader of the church.
Ah, yeah.
Everything was going good.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, there's something that's coming. I don't know what it is, but it's something that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
But so far, it's a solid 7.
The kidnapping was pissing me off, bro.
Like how it happened?
Kidnapping was it's so
So
annoying.
much
bro.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Yeah?
That's
Yeah, don't worry. Wait on it.
That's the thing. There's so much
Yeah.
going on over 10 episodes only, but it was so good. And then
Yeah.
the
That's what I
way
said, the
it
pacing
ends-
is great.
The way it ends, you're kind of like, is this made for another season or is this symbolic the way that it's ending? Because Loki, I was looking at it, I was like, what the heck, man? Doesn't make sense for it to end like this now.
I think I was reading
Now I
somewhere
gotta
that it might have another season coming.
Must
But you're
be
right.
keeping
Imagine
the
how,
door
yeah.
open.
Okay, there's so many different things, man. I loved the artistic element of things in terms of the quotes and
the
the
start
art
of the
pieces at the
episode?
start of
Yeah,
every
for the-
episode,
yeah.
and then how you see it unfold and how it relates and things like that.
Yeah,
That was beautiful. I wrote down. No, I'll talk about it afterwards.
On that, real quick,
yeah.
I realized I really hate shows where like they're titled episode 1, episode 2,
Okay,
episode
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's like, because then it tells me like how much does the creator behind this love the art of creating.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
You
this
know?
was a holistic
This
experience.
was like you love art, and the medium that you chose is film.
You know what I love as well? The cover art is one of the vases, whatever, right? And it seems so insignificant. Like it's funny how much meaning can be packed into
Yeah.
that, like as in throughout the whole show. And then, but looking at it like without watching it with all the context, you just see a, you know what I mean? What is it? Vase or vase, bro? What do y'all say?
I say vase, but other people say vase.
You know what I'm saying? Vase. You know what I mean? Oh, that's all you see when you look at it. But the context that gets packed into it when the show unfolds is mad. I was going to talk about this, though. This was a nice quote that I wrote down. It was at pretty much the very end, I believe. And they go, I think, Dan, this is when...
They're switching?
Yeah.
Bro, that messed with my mind. I was like, yo, I need to focus now.
I feel like I gotta. I don't want to hear this. But
Yeah. No, it's fine. The quote's chill. You can hear it anyway. But it goes, we should have done this more often. ... What a waste.
Yeah.
Encapsulates everything, bro. Like, especially because, you know what I mean? Yeah. That just encapsulates life, man. We should have done this more often. What a waste. It's mad. But it's a good show, man, to just look at the human experience, how we can really mess it up.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff there, man. But it was
in line of shows, have you guys seen Snowfall?
not...
I've never
not
watched
finished
yet.
it. Not finished
And I
it.
saw
Man,
that,
that
it's
last
ending.
episode,
Yeah.
I finished it today.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's all over. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But you know when you watch a show, there's a very realistic ending to it. There's not a lot
As
of
in for
shows.
Snowfall, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah,
For Snowfall, I've
Snowfall's
heard.
ending is very realistic to how, like, the life that he's living is like, this is a realistic ending. There's a lot of shows in which, like, this is not, actually, you don't think of it as like, this is not realistic, but you just think of it as like, okay, I like the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is like, okay, cool, I can understand how this person's life end up
Ends
being
like
this way. But I don't want to ruin it for you guys, man. You guys have to watch it. But
All I know,
Bro.
all I remember,
it's crazy,
because
man.
I've watched a decent amount, but I know the ending, like, it would have alluded to the ending happening when, you know, when he splits, when he's visioning
yeah.
himself and he's talking to
And he's
himself.
talking to himself. You already know
You
something's
should
coming.
see it how, but it's not, Hey, man.
But that character development
John
is
Singleton,
is
bro.
different. At the start, you see this person's like this person's like that, you know, and then at the end, it was like this person is actually the one that's trying to change the community, and this one is the one that's actually ruining the community. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know that was John Singleton as well.
I think initially, I mean, obviously before he...
very solid show,
I
man.
believe so. Or John Singleton got Damson into it. One
That's
of
a
those.
good 9.
Lots of good shows out there.
That's just a good 9.
I wanted to find out, what do you mean by living a life of lies, Noor, when it comes to that?
Yeah, like when it comes to the whole, it was related to beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like this couple just constantly lying to each other, you know? And it's like
the biggest
making excuses and pretending to be committed and then
yeah.
pretending to, you know, forgive and then like it's like every step of their relationship, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing they're doing, they're lying about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was just like, bro, at what point do you just capsize?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I was going to say tell the truth. Just
Yeah.
capsize.
Like,
yeah.
Comes
like
too
as in,
much.
it just you're constantly filling yourself with a lie, and then at some point it's gotta like I don't know, because I'm like, how can
Because
there has to be
because the marriage, like, how long can you even do it for?
yeah, but it's like there has to be couples like that in the world, right? It's like, oh,
Damn.
they've never told that this happened to them or that they did this to somebody or that whatever, and it's like you just constantly building up these lies across. I'm like,
The whole relationship.
that cannot lead to
Okay.
fruitfulness.
But
surely.
can you understand someone not wanting to disclose a particular information? Is that understandable for you?
But you don't have to lie in order to not disclose.
I mean,
Like, it's just a simple thing of like, I don't want to disclose this, so we don't talk about it. Instead of lying about that, you know, like trying to mask it and be like, oh yeah, well, this happened, when really that didn't happen, something else happened. It's just literally a conversation of like, I don't want to disclose my past, so I don't want to talk about it, so don't ask me questions. But if you ask me questions and I lie, you know, like, what's the point in that?
Hopefully you remember what you're about to say. Relating it back to beef, there's a scene where the brother lies to the other brother about the when he finds out some information, but then he lies, obviously because he doesn't want to tell the truth. Sounds dumb to say, but he doesn't want to tell the truth, so he lies to his brother, right? And it seems like from watching that, it seems like the lie is a good thing to do in that moment, if that makes
Was
sense,
that to
right?
spare his brother's like
To make his own
feelings,
life easier, to help his brother through a situation. Ultimately as well, he lied to help him out through a situation, but to protect himself as well, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, right? Like you know what I mean? And I was gonna say, in a relationship, they're siblings, right? But in a relationship as well, right? One, why is it so hard to tell the truth about some of these things? And then two, obviously I think we come from a standpoint of no, but is it ever in that person's best interest to lie / keep the truth away from them?
you see, it becomes very difficult when you say in their best interest.
Because
Because it's one of those ways, like, it's the lie about me and me only. I don't know if that makes sense. Or if it's a lie that involves you, but if I don't tell you the truth, I'm kind of protecting you. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, there's two different lanes to it. There's particular information about me, but I'm not telling you about it because I don't want to tell you, right? And then there's a lie in which it involves you, but I'm not telling you because it also protects you.
Yeah. I guess, for me, it's like the only thing that makes sense is if you're lying, because if I find out the truth, I might be in danger, like proper danger. Like, that's the only, because you know when someone says, oh, it's in your best interest not to know, it's really not. You always end up finding out, like, just telling the truth, you know, no matter how they will feel emotionally or, you know, unless it's physical. That's what I'm saying. If I'm in danger by knowing the truth, then that's cool. You know, if you have to keep it and lie to me until, like, you know, a few days or whatever, that's fine. But if it's like, oh, because I want to spare your feelings, or so you don't go do this or do that, it's like, tell the person the truth and let them, you know, decide how they're going to handle it. But I don't know. I guess it's situational, really, with this one.
It depends. Different people, different outlooks.
That danger one makes sense, though.
It does. That danger one makes sense. I think for me, like, I'm just generally the kind of person where I'm like, I will tell you everything that has ever happened, whether you ask for it or not, because then I find it's like, you can never be like, I'm the kind of person, especially in a relationship setting, because friendship, I'm like, yeah, maybe there's some things I won't say just because it doesn't serve the friendship, because I'm like, that's not the same depth of relationship as a romantic one, right? But I'm like,
sorry.
But it's like,
You mean nothing to me.
but I'm like, when it comes to romantic one, because I'm like, that's the ultimate depth that you can go in a relationship, at least in my eyes, right? And you're planning to do all of life together. I feel like I owe it to the person to let them fully make
the
decision
of course,
on if this is the kind of person they want to be with, you know? Every aspect of it, you know? So even things that might be irrelevant to the relationship, right? I'm the kind where I'm like, I would rather let you know literally every single detail that I can remember. Because then you can never be in a position years down the track where it creates something awkward, where it's like something comes up in conversation or you overhear something from someone or whatever, and now it's like, far out. I've invested 4 years here, but it's actually a really big deal to me that you never told me that you went to jail. You know what I mean? It's not, you know what I mean? Because even, you know, on the whole thing, like you were saying, like, it might be an approach of like, I tell you, I don't want to talk about that. And so I'm not lying, but we're not talking about it. Because that would piss me the hell off. That would, like, because imagine your partner goes, you know, the friends are chatting, whatnot, and then you're playing, you know, truth or whatever.
Yeah.
Never have I ever,
7
and it's
seconds
like,
of heaven?
have you ever? No, never,
Never
have I ever. And then someone's like, oh, I've never been to jail, and your partner puts their finger down, and then the answer is, I don't want to talk about it. What do you mean I don't want to talk about it?
Then my next question is how many years?
But what did you go in for?
Immediately next.
Tax fraud? Okay. Manslaughter? No, you don't understand.
But wouldn't you rather them say that than them lie to you and say, no, I actually haven't?
No, because as soon as you tell me that, it's like for me, it's like, okay, this shows the trust.
Yeah.
You know
that approach to it isn't any better as well. Yeah. You saying I don't want to talk about it, especially I think in when you're talking about romantic. I agree with you in terms of like that's the deepest you can go with someone in terms of like intimacy, you know, and like
definitely spoke on a friendship panel and everything, talking about
getting
how
to know someone.
you need to add them up. Friendship and romantic relationship.
No, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
But it's come on, man.
Well, you have to
we
learn
know
the
the
I'm
truth.
sleeping next to my wife my whole night. I'm not sleeping next to my best
Literally.
friend.
I mean, you
Exactly.
Wait, what?
relax. All right.
I haven't forgot what I was saying.
You
But
say it's the deepest.
it is the deepest one. I still forgot what I was saying.
I don't
But yeah.
know, man. It's a very tricky one. Okay, let me ask you a question. You're such a good guy. That's why it's easy for you to be like, I'll tell you everything. You know, there's nothing bad about you, cuz.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
It's funny that that's a diss in this context.
It's not a diss.
I know,
But I cannot say why you say that. Like, grew up in a good family. Yeah. Good friends with my sister. Like, it's like, bro, like everything about you is good.
I get you. Yeah, like there's not an area of my life that I'm trying to escape from.
Bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, what about this? I'll build a scenario. This girl you're talking to, you feel like she's a bit out of your league, but then, you know, she's comfortable. You guys are building something important. And you've done something in the past that no one will ever know. Right? And this thing can't come up in the future to bite you or anything, but something that's happened, right? But if you disclose it to her, it might ruin what's going on. Now, would you disclose that to her?
I know me, I would. Because I'm like, but not at the start, obviously. Like, not as in.
Let me woo.
Yeah. Let me make sure that you like me. So I can prove that this, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a
manipulator.
not manipulated.
Nah, that was a bad guy. Do you love me? No. Do you love me? Yes. Well, what happened was.
Well, why should I start this with all my cards on the table, you know? But at some point, hey, look, this is my hand. If you're still here for it, be here for it.
See,
if you're not,
that's where it becomes a bit tricky as well.
Would you not?
Would I not what?
Yeah, would you not disclose that piece of information?
Nah, I'll disclose everything. No, it was hard to say that in a straight face. Nah, like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I actually just say everything. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
But is it only once they ask?
nah.
yeah, because that would be dragged as well.
Like-
If your partner keeps feeling like, oh, I have to go and ask them about this, I
Yeah.
have to go ask them this. Like, because then they feel like, oh, do I not trust this person?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why do I keep hearing things or all that?
It's very like I mean it depends, right? Because some stuff might be a deal breaker to someone else, right? But you don't know that's a deal breaker yet because you actually don't understand this person just yet. But then you know you guys keep talking, and then now you find out what the deal breaker is, and you found out that something that you've done in the past is what they don't accept. Now that's an opportunity to bring it up to be like, hey, by the way, I can see that this is a deal breaker.
Are we thinking about the same thing?
No, wait,
I
what?
don't know.
What are you thinking of?
Say it.
No, it feels not necessary.
I want to hear it now.
But now she's gonna hear
Like,
it.
like if she tells you she had a.
Oh.
Is it,
Bruh, I don't care if I'm in love or not, I'm leaving.
But that is a big one. That is a big one, though, where people don't disclose the
Sexual
body
past?
count or, you know, how many people that they've been with.
low key,
And they're like, it's not no one's
do you
business.
feel like you should know the people they've been with?
No, okay. Only if you know, only if you think
I would want to
You know them. No,
I would
it
actually
can't
wanna
be
know.
random. Oh, I feel
Just-
like I feel like if you're talking to someone and like you guys kind of within the same not same circle but
Yeah,
similar
yeah,
environment, you know, it might be good to know. You know what I mean? Because
I agree with that because then it saves awkward interaction.
Because you know you might see the guy, you might see the girl. Oh, what's up, girl? What's up?
Yeah.
And there's like,
Right, start making friends like an idiot. Yeah, this guy can't tell you because he doesn't want to be rude.
Not knowing you're out of the
Nah,
loop.
now there's two people just keep
bro, you're gonna say it's a wild.
Living a life of lies.
Life of lies, man.
Wanna come deal with me and my girl? Yeah, why not?
Dinner I already ate.
I was gonna say, what's on the table? Alright, that's mad.
Butt cheeks.
My goodness, yeah.
No, yeah. So 100%. There's stuff that you gotta disclose, man. But the fact that I find a bit wild, which is a very small lie, but it's a bit wild, which is the about your age.
That one is wild.
That one will piss me off.
Yeah.
No, but
it's such a
that's-
stupid
yeah.
thing to care about
It
that you feel like you have to lie.
No. But this
Imagine
is,
4 years.
No.
4 years into your relationship, you're like, why are you aging so fast?
Mad as well.
No, because this is what it is, yeah. Because I know people who have actually done this, right?
Visa.
Nah, it's like it's not that they lied, actually. I won't say they lied. They didn't disclose their age, but then you. Why are you laughing, bro?
Because I know you
How
already
do
know
you
I
not
did that.
disclose your
You know I
age?
did that once.
No.
You?
And I know another person that
This guy
I
moving
know
me mad.
this story.
you're thinking of. Yeah, I already said it on the pod before.
Yeah, so this is the thing, yeah. They don't disclose the age. Because they know that if they disclose
Okay, first of all,
it,
that sounds mad. Sorry, it sounds like I was like, I don't know.
No.
Thought I was 18. Talking to you get me? Yeah. Hold on, let me clarify that. If you haven't listened to the pod,
He was 15 and said he was 17. Said a 16-year-old girl would like him. That's what it was.
so
Oh my goodness.
so you know, again, when you talk to certain girls, they make it clear that they don't want to talk to young guys. They kind of say, you know, like those girls, you just know these things. So then now the guy goes out of his way to make sure he does not disclose his age. Right? Because he knows before anything goes forward, she goes, you're too young for me.
bro, I remember it was my birthday. And she goes,
was
"Wait,
like,
how old
how
are
old
you
are
turning?"
you?
Because she's seeing all the posts. What's
Oh my
happened to you, bro? She's seeing all the posts on my wall. I message, boom. Yo, wait, how old are you? How old are you turning today? I said, oh, fuck, the
My
day is gone.
But you know what it is?
Birthdays are a social
But
construct.
then you know what it is? By then it's too late.
It's too late, bro.
It's too late. And that's what happened in
In
this
too
situation.
deep.
That's
Ah.
what happened.
Trapping someone with a
yeah, but that's
lie.
what I know it's a trap. I know. I don't agree with it. But I'm just saying this is what happens, right? Which actually makes me question a lot of things. I'll explain in a second, right? But anyways, they lied about the age. No, actually, so not like they didn't discuss the age because they already know it's gonna change the girl's mind about him, right? So they don't say anything. 6 months later, you know, she likes him now, and then later on she finds out, and then but it's too late. They're dating now. Not dating, but it's like, oh well, I like you. So then now it makes me think, it's like, is age really the problem?
wait,
no,
what
not in that way, but it's like,
Or was it her mentality that's the problem?
yeah, now I'm trying to figure out what is actually the problem here, because now are people saying, oh, I don't want to do this. Well, no, it's true if you think if you think about it, because if it really was a problem, then you would walk away regardless.
No, I think it's more of, especially when girls say they don't want to date a younger guy, it's more of the maturity that comes with the age, right? So let's just say she's in her 20s or something. She's like, I don't want to date anyone younger than 20 because what I'm seeing around me, the younger guys, they're not mature. So automatically, I'm just filtering out the immature people, you know? But obviously we know age, sometimes the younger people can be more mature, the older people can be immature. From experience, you know. So,
But okay, I get exactly what you're saying. So then now, clearly, we need to change things around here. Clearly, maturity is not associated with age.
Oh, mate, this is mad. This
No.
pocket right here.
No.
I know certain Robert that would agree with this philosophy, mate. What's going on here?
To an extent, you get what I mean? Like, I do understand it's easy to just kind of go, I'm not going to go for anyone under the age of, you know, I wouldn't go for anyone like under the age of like 24 because I'm not associate that with
You're an uncle, mate.
maturity and
Yeah.
this and that, all that kind of
Experiences,
stuff. Yeah, experiences and whatever it is. But that could also be wrong. You get what I mean? Because ultimately, you can actually find someone who's
Yeah, of
actually
course.
mature with
Yeah.
like 23, 24. It don't matter.
On this whole
You know?
thing, because this was kind of leans back to the beef thing, because I've been thinking about this. I feel like we may have had this conversation on the podcast before. And I think I'm convinced in traditional style relationship, right?
Talk to us.
Okay.
Where like, you know, it's a partnership, but the girl is more likely to be like, yo, I want the man to be, you know, the leader of the relationship. But, you know, not in a weird way, but just in a pretty traditional sense, right?
Yeah.
In those kind of relationships, I feel like it's very detrimental for a girl to be with a guy that she does not think is smarter than her.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing it play out in a couple relationships around me.
Smart in what way?
Like
Facts,
just overall,
yeah.
like
Define the parameters.
Yeah. So it's not about intelligence, right? And this is not a thing of like, oh, a woman that's a doctor should not date a man that's a plumber, right? Nothing like that. It's more like, is she inspired by his
Okay, so the
Like the
inspiration.
street smart.
just his
Not
overall
book smart,
approach
but
to
just-
life?
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like does she seek his opinion on things, right?
Facts.
It's the same way, like a guy in these kind of traditional relationships genuinely can't be with a woman that doesn't feel like she nurtures him. You know? It's not that
I agree.
she has to be a soft person. It's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
that kind of thing. Because I've been seeing it around me, and I'm like,
This is interesting.
yeah, like
Okay,
across
okay,
different
okay.
ages, across different stuff, and I'm like, the women seem so fed up, but they don't say it. You know? And I kind of feel for them, because I'm like, I'm looking at some of these guys, and I'm like, dog, you are stupid.
I said dog.
So I got a funny question then,
Yeah.
real quick. It's a yes or no, I guess.
Also, this is not like a confirmed thought, just a
Yeah.
half-baked
this is
thing
the
in
thing.
my
What
mind,
you're
you
saying
know?
actually makes total
It
sense.
does.
It can be
So-
no. What he's saying
can
can
be
be
rationalized.
rationalized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So across the board, are you trying to say that men should be smarter than
You said in the traditional setup.
In traditional setup.
yeah.
So I'm talking,
If you're gonna lead, you should be.
you should
You
be
you need to have brains
inspirational.
to lead. Come on.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
stuff.
Inspirational versus smart. I don't know.
Like, as in, I feel
Like,
like it's exhausting. Like, let's say you or I, right? We're with a girl, and it comes to every single life decision, from how we move with finances, how we move with friendships, how we move with generosity, how we move with this.
Yeah.
She has to correct you on everything. At some point, she's like, yo, I'm with a child.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, if she has to correct you on everything, then yeah, 100%.
It's not about like, because 100% she should be giving her opinion or whatever. But if she finds that she genuinely is always making you think differently, I feel like she will end up getting fed up. Because as a man in these situations, a lot of time it's like, if you're changing or helping this person see differently, we actually don't see that as an issue.
Yeah, I was gonna say
whatsoever.
it's quite interesting that
We
that is
almost love it.
It's a big generalization, obviously, but that yeah, I know I like that. Like most guys,
Yeah.
it's not tiring to
Put you on game.
put you on game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Such a funny how we could do the same thing, but the way we view it is going to be very different. For
Yeah, I
someone,
mean,
it could be tiring. For someone else,
It'll
it
be
could
interesting
be
to
like,
find that if that actually is facts. So like people let us know. But like,
Yeah.
is it for women? Do you when you're I mean, yeah,
Because this might
in that kind of a setup.
lean into the whole, you know how like people talk about like the masculine energy, feminine energy, whatever, and then like a lot of girls talk about they feel in love when they finally find a man that lets them step away from their masculine energy and into their feminine energy.
I hate the terms. We
I
use
know,
to
I know,
define all
but-
things,
but
but
I
to
get it.
rationalize it again, like you can see
Yeah.
what like no, it's you can almost put it in simple terms of like I've been able to. You feel safe and you're able to put your guards
Taken
down.
care of.
Yeah.
Taken care of. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. So then I'm like, okay, well,
And for a guy that you're able to take care of,
Exactly.
and or that you have to
Exactly.
be on guard. You know what I'm saying?
you can finally put away your feminine energy. I don't know why that sounds funny.
But anyway,
It's like the whole time before the relationship, you would just be out.
okay, this is a dumb. Like,
Yeah.
Remember what you best. This is a dumb one. Yeah, because guys ain't
guys
like
like do that. But the
So
girls
I'm like-
are, they're on job.
So
they're
that's
doing
what I'm
things.
saying.
Yeah.
Is it that this is dumb again, and I
Yeah.
don't even like to talk with these terms.
Yeah.
Is it that women are
Chakra.
putting down their chakra? Women are putting down their feminine energy, and men. So yeah, and no, their masculine energy.
Yeah.
And men are finding their feminine energy.
in the relationship?
Yeah.
Because that does happen. You
Oh,
start
okay.
getting
Yeah.
softer,
More caring.
and like
Yeah.
like you are gentle in your approach to things, right? Loki, the way you start opening doors, you start opening like, first you're opening like GTA characters when you press triangle,
And then
and then suddenly you know what? hey, you walk through first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
maybe.
But sorry, that's another bag. You know,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
suss that. But carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, I
If you
don't know
still
where I'm
remember what you were talking about.
So smarter.
You mentioned something about the inspiring thing, and how does your girl confer in you for XYZ? Right.
Yeah.
I remember I heard it on this other podcast. Don't even remember where it was. And the guy was like, guys always get mad. Like, I always hear about my friends who are getting mad because their girl calls them up about this. And she's saying, yo, I just want your opinion on this. Or, hey, can you help me out with this? Or, hey. As in when it's happening a lot, yeah?
Okay.
And he's like, some guys call that pestering or annoying. And he's like, yo, who else do I want her to
That's
go
a
to?
partnership.
Yeah. He's like, who else would I want her to go
Yeah.
to but me? And he's like, I love the fact that I
trust
am.
me that
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, my opinion is up there for you in regards to XYZ. Or that you trust me enough, yeah, like you mentioned, for this or for that. And it's like, yeah, it's interesting that. And I think someone does that when, they are inspired by that individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that they can go to this girl.
I don't know. Okay, like I agree with what you're saying, but now let me try to tell y'all where these guys are coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
Which guys?
Is the
Yeah,
red.
Let's clarify
It's a
which
red pill.
guys.
Huh?
Which guys?
Like the guys that I find it annoying.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Like there might be stuff where it's like,
So you.
no, not me. Like I can understand what they're saying because I listen to the podcast too.
Which part is it?
I don't know. That was a lie.
you're not serious.
Bloody liar, mate.
No, but if you think about it, yeah, like I get what you're saying makes total sense. But does it feel like it's a bit annoying when it's too much? Where it's like, hey, to be honest, you could actually make this decision yourself.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was gonna say. I don't think the quantity or how much it is what should be annoying. It's maybe the nature of what is being asked.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
this should have
Definitely.
been dealt with, like we've already gone over this.
Like if it's something that you can
do.
do on your own, or something that is easily like if you Google it, the steps are literally right there in front of you.
Stuff
I get
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
To some degree, but even with that one, sometimes that one's all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there is a part of us that feels nice when we help accomplish something. But I think when even like,
Yeah, true,
you know, where
true,
it's like
true.
those people are just like, maybe it's the opposite of this. You know, when guys ask the girl, where do you want to eat? And she's like, oh, I don't know, you
don't
pick,
know.
right? When it comes to her cooking, if you hit her with the you pick, you know what I mean? Like just genuinely, you pick. If this is your thing, good. Don't ask me if I want this for dessert or that for dessert. Just make it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. So maybe I also get their stance on the pick a restaurant.
yeah.
So I can understand it. Where it's like, hey, to be honest, you didn't have to call me about this.
Yeah, but guys are always shouting from the rooftops that they want to feel needed in a relationship. You know, there's two things that I always hear. Guys want to be respected and they want to feel needed. Is that not true? So is that not what you guys
That's
want?
true, but with
Needed.
Because if you want to feel needed, you're going to feel needed. Don't pick and choose when you want to feel needed.
no, you're not
or
picking
how
and
often you
choosing.
want to feel needed.
but with everything, too much. But with everything, too much is not good, regardless of how good it is initially. You get what I'm saying? So even if guys want to feel respected and needed, but it's like too much of it is like becomes annoying. You know what I mean? Like I can understand.
Yeah, like,
guys,
imagine getting a call
because
about
imagine getting a call like 3
everything.
times a day about. Obviously, I'm exaggerating now.
Yeah.
But 3
Should,
times.
wait, should I take the M1? Should I take toll?
Which one do you think? No. Which one do you think is faster?
Make a decision.
Bro, you can legit just go and Google and just say,
Maps.
and just switch the thing, and they'll tell you which one is faster. You know, I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm exaggerating.
obviously,
You
we're
know
not-
what I mean?
Aside from common sense,
yeah, because I feel like that's
Because then it goes into my whole thing. Is like,
Definitely.
Yeah,
if a
that-
girl can't make these life decisions on like little things, then I'm like, okay, I can't trust you to nurture something that I give you. That comes back to the whole thing, right? Because like, what do you mean? Now we have 4-year-olds to take care of, and you're telling me,
babe, should I turn the heater on or not?
Yeah.
It's minus 3 degrees outside.
yeah, he's shivering. Do you think he needs a jacket or not? What do you think?
Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah.
Check his forehead,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah.
It's freezing.
He's dead. He's dead. He's blue.
Nah, it's actually black, but the baby's black.
Baby's black,
The
bro.
baby's black, bro.
I mean, I guess that's
It's
why.
very sounding like the Royals, bro. How black is this baby?
I guess that's why
Hey,
we-
stop.
we-
What did I do that for, bro?
Yeah,
That was
literally. That's why you have the option to choose who you want to do life with. You know, that's why you're
Whoa!
no, but like you're in control of who you
We have options.
You choose your life partner.
Yeah, you choose your life partner. Choose someone
Yeah.
who you know will
Ticks the
be able to
boxes.
make those common
Hasn't
sense.
been-
Oh.
Why did bro?
I don't know.
Okay, what about this? I was actually having a good conversation.
A good one.
Good conversation with my
Ski.
friend last week. And we're talking about
Okay, well, this is a lie.
because I would have went on the podcast last week. Huh? That's crazy. Well, in his community or the Islam community, like the way they do it, the traditional way at least, is that
Muslimanity. Do you remember that video?
No.
No.
It's that girl on that. Sorry, it's that
Gotta
girl
go,
on that
go.
blind date, and she's with he's like telling her, he's like, I'm Muslim, and she's like, oh, like whatever, and she just has no idea about
Yeah, I remember this.
Muslimanity,
You what?
Muslimian, or whatever. And he's like, it's Islam.
Islam.
oh, that is so. The guy's Islam. Oh, okay, yeah. Obviously, I don't want to generalize it, but according like to his community and how they did.
Say this is
traditionally-
what he said to you.
Yeah, that, according to that's what he told me in his community. When someone is interested in someone, they actually don't go to the parent; they actually go directly to the parents.
Parents, yeah.
Where it's like, hey, I'm actually interested in getting to know her,
Yeah.
right? And then they converse, they have a conversation, and this and that. It's like, okay, cool, you have my approval. And then from there, he goes and chats to her, and then see where that goes, right? Do we think that pathway versus what we're doing now, which is dating someone for 3-4 years, and then bring them to our parents, and then our parents say that's not the one for you?
How different is that though?
What do you mean?
At the
it's
start,
no,
versus-
Because
like,
No, I'm saying because you still are developing something with someone ultimately. As
But-
in like
but it's not
no,
different.
because
Yeah.
you got to think about it this way, like. The first, because this is what my parents did. This is not even. I mean, yeah, it's mostly a Muslim thing, but and like
Middle
granted,
Eastern
because we come from
mostly,
Middle Eastern country, Muslim country. But my parents did it this way as well, right? Step one is
The parents.
it's the engagement, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
right?
It's not,
Engagement
obviously
is
they've met each other, they know each other, whatever. But it's like within a couple. It's not like they're hiding this for time in most cases, right? So it's like after a little bit, they come across, parents talk, whatever, and now you kind of from the jump have that parental.
yeah. So,
Like-
but
like-
what I'm saying is, how different is that in the fact that because you're talking about dating someone
Because
and then
he's
trying to get parental approval, right? But I'm saying, okay, because it depends on where you're holding the parental approval. Because I'm like, your
Yeah.
parents can still disapprove of someone who's very good for you,
yeah.
approve of someone who's very bad for you. Like, the parental
Okay,
approval
yeah.
doesn't change the fact that you still have to get to know someone in that window
But
there.
the,
but
the
in-
time frame in which you get it makes
Yeah.
a big difference.
Also, in your sense, is that once they disapprove the person out, or they still can?
No, what it
into
is
the-
that you're getting your parents' thoughts on your partner a lot earlier.
Like think
Yeah,
about
and
it.
that's
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. What difference does that make?
It does because it's like
I think it makes a huge
let's
difference.
say-
yeah. Oh, okay.
let's say because we know a lot of people. It's like 3-4 years in. It's like first time they introduce the partners to their
Yeah.
parents, right? And it's like at that point you are so committed. You are so committed, right? Like you're 3-4 years deep.
Yeah.
But it's like your parents might give you an opinion that you either haven't considered or confirms the doubts that you may have had at the start.
Yeah. So
You know?
that is if that is in the case, right? So I'm saying, imagine if you are a good
It's
judge of
genuinely a
character.
good relate all this, then
Yeah.
it doesn't play that much of a role.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but you had to factor in which you are, whereas in a situation now that you're actually in love with this person, and then now someone is saying this, you actually don't see what they kind
because
of
you
saying.
also love the person saying this, you know.
You know, yeah.
So and like
Well,
for different people, it's
yeah.
different.
If you're a bad judge of character, that's the first problem. Like, that's
No,
like
no,
you know
but
what I mean?
not even a bad judge of character. It's just more of like the fact that you might not be able to see something because of
Yeah,
how
because
much
you're a
you,
bad judge of character.
Nah, that's
No,
not bad judge
that's
of
not what
character,
it
man.
is.
I think it's just the fact that you're able to see things from a different lens because of how you feel towards someone. That doesn't mean that your judgment is terrible.
But imagine your judgment was good, and then you can see that.
Yeah, okay, but okay.
Do you not know what I mean?
No, you're kind of dragging it to me.
that's not
Because it's like just because
I know you can get an opinion, a different
I
opinion,
know, but just
if,
because you miss an element doesn't mean you're a bad judge of character.
Exactly.
but you're not a good one.
No, it
Or
doesn't
if
mean
you
you're
choose to overlook
Yeah.
something
Yeah, or something
you-
like that or whatever.
that you might think, okay, it's not really that detrimental
Which
to the
comes to
relationship.
Carl's
or-
Therefore, you don't have
Yeah.
good judgment.
No,
It's not a
As in, you're choosing to overlook something. You've made a bad decision in doing something that is...
No, to you, because you don't have the experience, you don't know that this might be an issue, in a
Okay,
few
that is a
years
different
down
element
the
in that
line.
regards. Then,
Yeah,
if
you
you're
don't
talking
have
about,
the
like...
experience to be able to see the issue in that light. And then your parents come along and they're like, actually, no, we have experience with this. And, in 3-4 years, it actually might turn into something else. Because you lack the experience, you can't say, okay, you can be a good judge of character because you haven't experienced a lot of things, though. You haven't been through a lot of things in life, right? Maybe later on down the line, let's say a year from now, you might experience some more things, and then your judgment in character is completely different to where you are today.
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys are saying, but I definitely think that it's not, like you, obviously experience is one of the greatest teachers as well, but I don't think that you have to have experience in order to step into empathy.
No,
Empathy doesn't mean you've experienced that thing. You're able to empathize with someone's situation, right? Just like your logic or being able to rationalize a situation. You can see certain things that you haven't even stepped into or witnessed or experienced.
Yeah,
That
of
yes,
course.
your parents can speak onto or speak into and things like that. But because that back to the whole thing that you're talking about of like, okay, getting the approval from the parents, panning out versus having a relationship, and then you come to the parents for approval and the parents don't approve or whatever. I'm like, I know that there's differences that it makes obviously, but I'm like, the meat of this relationship still happens in the part of you getting to know this individual, right? And the thing that you're forming, et cetera, et cetera. Because you can do all that and the parents don't approve, but what does that change if this is the right person for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not approved.
I hear you.
And then it's like, okay, sure, you got your parents' disapproval at the beginning, or they saw whatever, and it's like now you've missed out on the person that's good for you.
Yeah.
It's not that you missed out. I think now that you're approaching the relationship, you're kind of approaching from the lens of
I have to tackle the family
what your
problems.
parents have said. You get what I mean? So there's things in which we might not be able to see due to age. Like mothers, they see things in which we don't normally see.
Yeah.
And girls see things that we don't normally see. And that's what my friend actually pointed out, which I found very interesting. Where it's like guys might be taken away with the beauty and all that stuff, but then the mother and your sister might be able to see things in which us guys might miss. Do you get what I mean? Where it's like, okay, how nurturing, how caring,
it's
how
not
this,
a guys
how that.
girls thing though, bro.
There's things where mothers might be able to see that you might not be able to see like that.
I don't know if it's... Yeah, 'cause I can see both sides of it. I think I tend to lean towards this whole thing of like a maturity thing.
Yeah.
But I think the difference between the approaches, which is a major one, is that like when the first step is serious, the relationship is serious from the jump.
Which can be detrimental.
Which can be detrimental because maybe you don't know how to have fun early on, all that kind of stuff, right? And it's like, you know what I mean? And it's like, the first conversations are around marriage. It is kind of mad, right? And especially in our current culture.
Yeah.
But then there's also the other flip side of it where it's like, when nothing is serious at the start, you guys are hurting each other, messing around, all this kind of stuff. Things are unclear. Oh, it was a talking phase or what? You know what I mean? And it's just like...
And I think that just comes back down to maturity, though, isn't it?
But I still don't think that's a bad judge of character. Because that's why you're labeling that as.
I'm not going to label it as a good judge of character.
Yeah, but it's not bad either.
So just by...
It's just...
default.
By default.
By default, it's just one of those in which, again, I think when there's emotion, there's love, you're always going to look at things from a different lens. You just always are. Do you get what I mean?
By love. Come on.
It's actually blinded by your grace. But part 1 and part 2. I wanted to get to the nurturing thing that you were talking about now, because you said a very alarming statistic.
Oh, yeah,
I did not realize was the case.
Yeah, I was speaking to a client at work, and he does a lot of... Like, basically, all his business is to do with mental health, specifically for dads that struggle with... what's it called? Custody stuff. So legal fees, all that kind of stuff. And he was saying like, I think it's 8 or 6 men a day. I'm pretty sure it's 8.
5 out of 8.
Yeah. I think every day, men that suicide, and 5 out of them is because they've lost contact with their kids. Which I was like, damn, that is a very high percentage. Also shows like a lot of these men want their kids, you know what I mean? Or regret the decisions that have led to them not being around their kids. And I think for a lot of them, it's like, they've made bad decisions and maybe they don't know how to fix it anymore, that kind of thing, And it's like, on the kids' ends, I'm like, I understand it. It's like you've never been there, whatever. If they're a bit older, it's like, and now they don't feel they need you. But, just kind of trying to be graceful as well. In some situations, it's like, you don't know what these guys have been through where they felt like leaving was the best option or what, you know what I mean? And so I was just like, damn, like if that missing from your life after you've had a child can lead that many people to that kind of outcome, you know? I was just like, how like innate is it for us to subtly want to nurture a child once we have one? It kind of sounds dumb, but I'm also kind of like, bro, like, how much? Because it's like, how do you just switch up one day and you're suddenly like, okay, I'm protecting by all means. I'm making sure that this is ready, that's ready, all this kind of stuff. It's like, if this is stripped from me, I will crumble. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting.
Man, kids change things, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Like,
mad,
bro.
It's
Yeah.
mad that a lot of guys, when they start to become more respectful of women and things like that, after they've had a daughter or whatever, it's like mad that it was that. But there's clearly something, you know what I mean?
Switches
That
on.
which is great that it's finally happened.
For some
but
guys,
wow, that it takes, you know what I mean? That
yeah,
it takes
they
to
take
that,
for some,
and,
like-
you know what I mean? Some
They're
later
definitely
than-
for some. And some obviously continue doing whatever they're doing, which still happens.
Yeah. But that being said, like, I feel like even us right now, like us three guys, I feel like we don't love women the way we will when we have a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're going to see a different side of women that's like going to, you know, like
You would hope.
blow our minds almost.
Yeah.
I can
You know,
imagine.
obviously, we're respectful with all the stuff. But
I was gonna say I can imagine Noah right after his wife gives birth. He's like,
I like you.
no. This is not. It's like I love it. I should mean it.
this time.
And I should mean it.
miss
This
you.
time.
Finally, he says it out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
But yeah, honestly, it actually makes a huge difference, bro. Even in a broken home as well. In a broken home, it could, having a baby
Yeah.
can actually make a difference.
man.
I don't know. I don't know. That's one
No,
of
no,
the
no,
riskiest
no.
things.
I'm not saying it like having a baby to bring the family together, but I'm saying somehow having a baby
Sometimes it's
brings.
what- yeah.
It actually tends to bring a
But
broken.
guys,
No.
don't go with that narrative.
Because
No. To be honest, I've seen situations in which there's a baby there, right, and then somehow the family ends up being a little bit closer because of that.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And now I'm trying to figure out, like, is this something that's across the board? But yeah, something to say
No,
about
I was
that.
gonna say, like, I understand the whole, like, I'm just thinking about it now. The broken home thing. When you look at it, right? I think even when someone from our church was saying it, because he was about to become a first-time dad, and he was like, for his wife, it's easier for her to get into that, like, you know, I guess the spirit
Nesting?
of
Or-
the whole, you know, being nurturing, even though the child isn't here because she's growing it, you know, within her, inside her. So it's easier for us to be like, okay, I've got a child growing within me, you know, I'm switching into like, you know, mummy mode already before the child is even here. Whereas for the guy, you know, yes, that's her husband and stuff, but for him, he has to actually sit down and process the thought of like, okay, my child isn't here, but my child is in my wife. So I have to mentally prepare myself, you know, it's not like I can just like, oh, look in the mirror and I've got my child here and stuff. I actually have to. So can you imagine now if you don't love the person that you're having a child with?
Absolutely.
I'm looking at you in disgust, but you're carrying my child.
Wait,
like
you
it's
know what's
actually
mad?
weird.
I think it's the same person because I was talking to him about it, and
Yeah.
he was like, "I think I get it now." When people go, "It's just a clump of cells,"
Damn. Carry on.
you know, because it's just like it's just something that's there,
yeah.
and it wasn't there
Especially, yeah.
6 weeks ago. Like,
Wow.
you know what I mean? It's like I kind of get it when people have that approach, and they're like, "I want to disengage from it."
Especially if like you don't, and I mean, yeah, we're not saying
As
that
in
that's a
it's
good
easy
thing, it's a bad
to-
thing, but
yeah.
it's easy to when
Disengage,
you don't
yeah.
love the person that's
Yeah.
holding or carrying the child, and
Makes
so that's
you,
why
makes you
yeah.
dislike them even
It makes
more.
you, yeah.
Like, what are you trying to tie me to you?
Literally, because that's what it is. It's like now we're attached. Now we're going to be. I have to tolerate you for life now because we're bringing a child in together. So it's like that whole broken home thing and walking away. It's really sad, but
It is very sad.
when
It's
you
very
deep it, it's like okay.
Shouldn't have wrapped your legs around.
Damn.
I know.
Silliness.
I definitely had something I was going to say to all that.
If you were in Jamaica,
What the? Oh my.
what is the chance
That.
that you would be, I don't know,
Be
letting
silly?
someone back it up on you?
What is the chance?
You guys see this Chance the Rapper stuff? How do you guys feel?
How do we feel?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
wait, hold on.
disappointed.
What happened to
I'm
Chance the
disappointed
Rapper?
in Chance the Rapper.
What do you mean? What happened to him?
No, because
He went for a carnival. I don't know what the carnival was.
Carnival.
In Jamaica, I presume.
Was it Carnival?
It could be. Brazil's one's Carnival. I don't know what their one's called.
Oh, this is Jamaica.
I think their one's also Carnival.
Just bare
But
Carnival.
he went for something. He went for
Yeah.
Jamaican
Wine
carnival.
bonnet.
And a video has surfaced of him,
Multiple videos.
multiple videos of him
Different-
getting the nyash backed up on him.
That was Yang.
And it wasn't for like a second or two. It was a full dance
Right, he
routine.
was slapping that thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Chance is a married man, happily married from what
Well, we
we
don't know if he's
thought.
happily
From
married.
what we thought. Okay. But yeah, these videos have resurfaced. And to be honest, from reading the comments, a lot of people are kind of like split. And I mean, it's really more
You know, what,
70.
you know what else was split?
It wasn't even a split. I was actually very shocked to see. It was
How
probably
many
like
supported?
70-30. Yeah, 70 in support of it's okay and 30 in like, oh, how can he do this? He has a wife. The 70% is, of course, people who are like, oh, you guys don't understand the culture.
That's what I was gonna say.
This is what happens, you
love
know?
it.
They're like,
What?
that is a culture
Yeah.
in thing, though.
they're like the point of the carnival is, you know, these women come out in like, you know, the bedazzled bras and undies and the feathers and they're
Undies.
dancing.
Don't
That's
say
a
undies,
shit
Evan.
word, bro.
Undies.
What
Undies.
am I supposed to say?
Panties.
Their panties.
Bikini bottoms, bro.
You know, bedazzled panties and bras and
didn't get any better.
with their feathers. And, you know, they're literally, it's like a whole street thing where people are just dancing up and down. You know, if you're coming there, you're coming to embrace the culture. And apparently that's part of embracing it. So that's where the 70% are coming from. Obviously, the 30% are like, you have a wife.
You have a
Like,
wife,
how can you do this? You know, disrespect her. She clearly wasn't there with you. You're, you know, cup in your hand, booty on your lap. The whole madness is going on.
Yeah.
So,
It was
yeah.
okay. It would be okay if she was wearing bedazzled step ones. Yeah, it's funny. Like one of my friends from the Caribbean, she was
Oh,
like
damn.
reposting, and she was like, "It's really not that deep."
Word.
And that's just her outlook. She's like, "It's just not that deep." But then I was listening to Pastor Tim Ross talk about it, and I think this is the
What?
thing that's confusing with Chance.
What do you mean by Tim Rose talk?
What?
Talking about this?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
on
interesting.
Ruslan. So
Yeah.
they were just chatting about all these topics, and he was saying like, and I agree, it's a confusing thing with Chance where you're like, you started really shifting in that lane, especially in recent years of like, I'm the Christian guy, you know, and like loving it as well, you know, and it's like, and that's beautiful, but then it's like, you can say certain things are cultural, that's facts, but at a certain point,
Do you have to partake in culture?
exactly, do you have to partake in it, or does your Christianity actually weigh more important? You know what I mean? And so it's like,
Nah.
where it's like, let's say, what's more important to you? Hey, my culture, whatever, or having a strong marriage that resembles what Christ would be like for his bride. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And so it's a very interesting conversation. It's like, yeah, people can lean different ways. I don't think it's cheating per se, but his wife would have all the right to be
Some
very,
choice
To be
words.
very
angry.
upset with him.
Of
you know,
course. Of course.
yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
It's very interesting.
I've only seen that screenshot that y'all sent in. I haven't even
Oh,
seen
the
it.
videos are everywhere, bro. These girls were loving it.
Yeah, there were heaps of.
I mean, if that's
His
how
boys were loving it as well. holding
Yeah, he
him
had the
up.
support.
Yeah.
if that's how Chess is
Gassed.
moving, like trying to be a Christian guy in that, then obviously, you know, you get me.
Yeah.
But if you remove that element,
He was just enjoying
The law
Jamaica's
of the
finest
land.
fruits.
and he got caught. Clearly, he wasn't hiding it. The guy
Well, I
was
don't think he
doing
was
on
trying
the
to
street,
hide
he
it.
wasn't
Yeah,
trying
like
to hide
you know,
it.
everyone's in the streets. You know, phones are around. You know, you're Chance the Rapper.
I'll probably scream, "I love Jamaica."
Just getting caught lacking like that is mad. I mean, then again, is it caught lacking?
Bro, what? He's definitely gonna hit us with a statement. It was actually AI.
Bro.
That's the excuse.
Well, it says you're the one that got caught lacking, bro.
Oh damn.
That was mad. The way he entered
Yeah.
that sounds so
See,
crazy.
because people don't know this.
Double setup from this guy. This episode is
you already brought it
crazy.
up, yeah? Like,
No, I haven't. Oh, did I?
No, you
There's a
just
photo
put it
of
up on your
Instagram
story.
that shows that we were
Horrible
there.
You're a horrible human.
What?
I
Horrible.
don't know.
Why, you talking about the story video when I was going crazy at the event, yeah?
Yeah,
And then there's a video of me watching myself on the story. I'm like, fuck, they call me dancing.
They call me
strong.
laggy.
It wasn't you.
But
Wasn't me, it was
that's
AI.
why I wasn't trying to go on the dance floor, bro.
Because you knew that someone with the
cameras.
camera
Bro,
was there.
I was
yeah?
right next to the camera person, bro.
yeah.
Someone tried to push me, go dance. This
Bro,
is a
her
song.
flash was active.
Bro, the flash is active, bro. She sees one dance move.
Doosh, on there, bro. And
On
the thing
you.
is, she records it quick. Class phone's gone. You don't even
Bro.
realize what happened to you.
Yeah, bro.
Men in black flash, bro.
Bro,
Now it's better to be fully in than fully awkward.
You get me?
Facts.
Imagine you end up on the stories for the club. You know?
Bro, that's why I don't be in it
supposed to
at
be
all,
there.
bro.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. There was a couple dilemmas that came through. Also, the Am I the Asshole that was sent. So
The one that I sent through?
yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But I know it should.
There's this trend on TikTok right now while you find dilemmas.
Yeah.
Do dilemmas, but
Yeah, I got
pick
them,
some. There's this trend on TikTok right now where people are like, it's just a dumb thing, but it's like things that you thought would be a big deal when you were a kid.
that you thought would be.
Yeah,
a
like
big
you find
deal.
out about them and you thought they'd be a big deal. And someone was saying like tsunamis. Like the first thing you thought it was gonna be a big deal in life.
Oh, no.
I'm
No,
not-
or quicksand.
What do you mean, bro?
Like you
no,
thought,
no,
like
yeah,
you
yeah,
thought
yeah,
you were
honestly-
gonna have to regularly face,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like
Right.
quicksand, Venus flytrap. What was the other one I sent through?
Piranhas?
Piranhas, bro. When I found out what piranhas were, I was
Petrified.
like, oh,
no
they
bodies
eat.
of water for me, bro.
Right.
Not at all. Yeah,
in
yeah.
the rivers. Oh, I can never be in a river. There's no rivers around me. But I was like, what other stuff? What did you guys think? Like, yo, this is gonna be.
Bro, you should have said that
There's
that's
gonna
what
be
that
a
was.
constant-
That would have
yeah.
been lovely
I
to
would've
think
added,
about.
like,
yeah.
To think about.
Like
That quicksand one is good.
no. Like you know, there's movies where bad luck happens or something, right? It's
Okay.
like because someone's walked under what do you call it, a ladder or something like that.
Yeah.
When I was young, I was like, bro, you gotta
mirrors.
keep your eyes on peeled, bro. You might accident because you know they accidentally end up walking under one, and then the story unfolds, their whole life gets ruined. As a kid,
Yeah.
I was definitely on the watch for ladders, bro. Just
Okay.
posted
You don't
up in the
walk-
street because I was just thinking that, bro, how did this happen to Jimmy in the movie? It's gonna happen to me.
Happen to
As
you.
I grow up.
Yeah.
I gotta
That's
duck
facts.
around
Feel you.
for these ladders. That was me walking under those things. I was like, bro, this is peak, bro.
I thought there would
He's
be
lost his
more
girlfriend.
moments- I thought there would be more moments in my life where I'd be like tying up someone and removing the mask. You know, like this is the bad person. You know,
Like you
Wasn't for these
kidnapping
meddling
people.
kids, bro.
yeah. Like, I thought I'd
Damn.
be capturing more bad people. every single episode of everything I watched had a
Yeah.
bad person
Yeah,
tied to a
that's-
chair.
Did you also think you were gonna be captured a lot too? Like, did
What does
you
that-
did
what
you
does that
pay
mean, you're
attention
gonna
to
be
how the good guy got out of the bondages when you're young? Because you're like, bro,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
probably
Oh,
gonna
like
have to
breaking
face
free
this.
type of.
I'm gonna have to know this
Yeah.
type of information. You know how they're like tense so that
if
your
they're gonna
body.
arrest me, make sure I put my wrist like this so that I can get out. You know, or whatever
Hold on,
it
what's
is.
that
Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say, is that
The
right?
handcuff.
What kind of great tactic is this?
Yeah,
But they say what? Tense your body
Yeah.
so that your mass is bigger.
Yeah.
And then once you relax,
Yeah.
then what do you call it?
The ropes just slip off, bro.
You get me?
Then you'll walk out, you'll turn around and smack him in the
Bro,
head.
you're
you'll walk
done.
out.
Bro, you're out of there, man. I'm trying to see what other situations or things do we think we're going for. This is interesting.
Because the
one,
quicksand one was also deadly. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that and
yeah.
mirages.
yeah.
I thought there'd be moments I'd be crawling through the desert and like, oh, it's a mirage. It's water. It's water.
mirage.
And-
No, I'm sorry.
oh no, that still trips me out when I see a mirage
Like off the
off the
asphalt
road.
roads and stuff.
We used to see a lot in the Middle East.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of
That's
man.
just crawling. A
This
big
actually-
deal.
Bro, you should have said this is what it was going to be.
Yeah,
Bro.
you can hold it for Nexus.
Yeah, let me think about it.
Yeah, I can't force it right now, man. All right, dilemmas.
Yeah, this is dilemma.
I got you with some, man.
Tell us what the people saying though.
Okay, this one I saw and I was like, this is offensive.
I think I know which one you're talking.
All right, so they go. All right, and I was actually meant to get compile some responses for them, but we can just off the dome it.
Oh yeah, why not?
All right, so I know y'all got me with this one because everyone always wearing some drip to the podcast. This is the offensive part. Except the bald one though. But anyways, bro, that was mad.
my God.
Unnecessary.
Wait.
Because if anything, I would have expected me to be the one.
just-
Whoa,
you j-
relax.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, whoa.
That was
The
a
fact
very.
that mom was like, yeah, Daddy, yeah.
That was such an emphatic.
Me, even me.
Yeah,
Man, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Me, I don't have
Because
drip.
nose drip is up there.
Yeah, you actually just
It
nice.
is. But also continue, because then I'll tell you why I didn't care about what
All
they
right.
said.
So they said, my wardrobe is looking really, really dry, like I got the most basic wardrobe ever, and I need to restock on my clothing ASAP. So what are your suggestions on some essential drippy outfits? And please remember, I'm a teenager, so don't give me them old people outfits you oldies sometimes wear.
Damn.
As soon as I heard teenager, I said, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
You were trying to be funny.
All right, let's see.
Don't do it again.
You know what's funny? I read this in the tone of I believe I know who this is, to be honest, bro.
You know?
I think I do. I'm going to
That's
ask him.
interesting.
But basic
Teenager
drip.
budget, probably not that much, I'm assuming. But you can never ever go wrong with Uniqlo. In
Okay.
fact, Uniqlo right here, basic t-shirt, essential. You get me, $20. Basic pants, the ankle pants, that's $50.
What the heck is the ankle pants? What are you talking
You know, I mean, it's just the ankles.
about? Chinos?
Nah, it's not chinos.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
He's got them old people drip.
Carry on.
But I would say start of Uniqlo, easy stuff, not too expensive. You could it always looks clean.
Oh, you know what is kind of tricky? You don't know if this is a guy or a gal, but you know what I mean?
But both.
Because I was going to talk about Hallenstein Brothers.
I'm not too sure about.
Oh, the one I put everyone on.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he did send me the thing. Yeah. They good.
That's nice for some, you know what I mean? Just eat, and they're semi-basic
get good
pieces
deals.
too. You
You
can
can
get
get
some
good
nice,
stuff.
you know what I'm saying? You can piece together
Step
some.
one.
Yes,
I guess
of
it's a
course.
lady. What we
Definitely.
suggest?
Yeah, something nice. Try color. Try some color. Color
heck you
always
saying?
makes things pop.
They need to know where to go.
Well, clearly, I don't know how to dress, guys. Okay, this person
Oh,
should
don't
have
do
said
that
me
to
instead.
senpai.
No, wait, oh.
She said clearly, guys. Move.
No,
Look at me, boys.
today my outfit is actually on fire. No lie, today my outfit's actually on point. But-
Today your outfit needs to be on fire.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You stepped out the shoot. Okay, I'm going to expose you.
No, don't.
Today her outfit was on fire. She was ironing her pants and there's a
Oh,
hole in the, there's a hole in the pants. No, but the pants were drippy. But yeah, where can gals shop?
Shein. I know some of us, a bit controversial.
Fair trade.
Controversial, sorry.
get an arm with your t-shirt.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How's the quality there? Can they trust it?
Quality is good.
Okay,
Quality
cool.
is good. Just don't iron
Nice.
your stuff on high heat,
Yeah.
and it won't burn. But yeah, no. I mean, even like just online, there's a lot of stores online that you can shop and find some really good stuff. It just really depends on what type of person you are, what style you like, your personality. Yeah.
For Mandizi, keeping it simple. It's slightly a bit more expensive though, but Zara obviously.
I was gonna say
If you just
Zara.
look for the
H&M.
basic vibes.
All
Go
right.
H&M, Uniqlo if you like the basics.
People are
If you
piecing
want some
together nicer
basics.
fits with these basic, just color blocking almost.
Oh yeah. Color
these
blocking
days.
is good.
Color blocking, maybe sometimes a little statement item.
Yeah.
Rarely ever is the statement item pants. More so it's gonna be a jacket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some donnies can pull off a statement item pants.
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But this color blocking is
I like color. Yeah.
it's just the way these days.
Because you can mix and match more stuff.
People looking good, bro. Like people, if you're not drippy now, this is bad because in case I'm not drippy, but if you're not drippy now, it's your fault. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not even a price
Being-
point,
Yes.
Like wearing good, like looking good is the easiest thing you can do.
bro. You feel so. Look at it, bro. Right, taking this back 20 episodes, bro. This back 20 episodes. You ain't saying nothing, bro. You know, this is how I knew you were bad at one point, bro. My sister goes, "Yo, Carlos been dressing nice these days." I say, "Wait, what was wrong?"
I'm not even gonna lie. There's one pants that you
Yeah.
wear.
No, wait, go.
Pants.
The blue pants.
Yeah,
With the,
Wait. I didn't know which ones these are.
the blue pants with the white
with
stripe.
the white stripes. I was like, God, when are you gonna let Carlos let go of these pants? And I haven't seen you wear them, so I'm liking the new style.
Blue puzzle.
Yeah,
With
they're
what-
like these
what-
tight
They were
blue
mad
pants.
tight. Showing
know
all
which
the
one.
yansh. Mad tight pants,
You'll know
bro.
once you see. You'll know.
Blue.
Yeah.
Are you just blue?
It's like a dark.
Man got ticks, so I
navy.
don't even think he can wear them anymore. And if he does, it's a problem. Don't wear them again. We'll find them.
You guys
thank
are,
God.
You guys,
But
are, you guys are fake friends. What did you tell me right there and then?
I think you were arrested quite a bit, bro. You were arrested
The
quite a
pants?
bit, and the fact that my sister's arrested too, as well. Yeah.
But you've been
All
delivered.
right, but
we good. We good.
I'd love to know who you think this is, though.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I think it's from
Yeah. I know
our
who-
school
yeah,
workshops. I think you met her at the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Could be. Yeah. Low key.
Sounds
Like,
like a guy.
The tone was
The tone.
giving that.
yeah.
Sounds like a guy to me.
Nah. She's funny, bro.
Okay,
Alright.
there's a gal then. Oh.
All right. So yeah, we're going for Hanson Brothers, Zara, Uniqlo, H&M, Shein kind of vibes. That's where you go for the basic.
Even Kmart's been stepping them stuff up. If you're looking for a cheaper, type of thing, because you are a teenager, Kmart actually has some nice stuff.
Yeah,
Kmart,
some
Target,
piping
Big
hot.
W.
What? Oh, wait, the tees that I'll be wearing.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
no way.
Wait, what?
Nah, you know when you have them graphic tees that have the most random slogans on them?
Actually, I love them.
I don't know why,
tees.
bro. I don't know why she loves them. man.
ACDC.
Bored.
We love that.
The board one. Oh
That one is Shein. Hey, what's wrong with that one?
board. Like what?
I like it.
This is what I mean, bro.
You know,
There's
cop
plastic on your
yourself one of
couches.
these. Can you put the camera on me, please? Get yourself a senpai shirt.
Who used
Very
to
nice.
Wasn't it you that used to think
I
was
love
Sanapi?
Yeah.
Bro.
Which doesn't even make sense.
Let's do
as
a
well.
good dilemma.
Yeah. There's a question here. Thoughts on it being okay that men can be little whores, but not women?
It's not okay.
I was gonna say.
There you go.
It's not okay for
Yeah, it's not okay.
either side.
It's funny that this narrative is. I mean, okay, it's because society almost borderline does okay it for men in the way it's been set up. But I think majority of us would agree. Most people probably hold the opinion of who said. You know what I mean? I think I said this ages ago or something. Might have been on the pod where it's like, how there was. It's a whole thing of women were saying that they're trying to, let's match
The energy.
the energy of men. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, no one ever said that men were doing the standard
Yeah,
that we're trying to okay.
It's like, the men are actually jumping off a bridge.
You get me?
constantly. Stop jumping off with them.
We don't need y'all to come
You're gonna
join
realize
us.
it's all a mess at the
It's
bottom.
a mess. Hey.
You know, like you keep walking your path. Find the man that's also walking
Bro,
that path.
you know what I mean? You
You'll
don't,
find
need,
someone.
you don't need to come join this. Not, I'm not there either.
Yeah.
You don't need to come join that wave, man. It's not for you.
Yeah.
But I saw
That's
that.
my
That
thoughts.
was my simple thoughts
But
on
I feel
that.
you. It's a shame. It's a shame that society has
Yeah, for
such
sure.
a double standard on it. I can see some of the reasoning for like I can guess some of the things that like it. I don't know. I can see how it can seem a little bit different, whatever. I think in the long term, it all has. It's not a healthy way to live. Yeah.
For sure.
I overthink something. Didn't know that was the past tense of think, but is it?
I would thank.
I overthink.
Overthought.
Overthought.
Bro, I was like, what if we overthink what?
How many times did you say thank you?
I overthought something.
Thought, okay.
Is the correct now and made a decision off my emotions, which I regret, and I want to get this person back. Mind you, it hasn't hit a week yet. What do I do? So this was kind of confusing because I didn't know what the situation
I
was.
feel like they ended a relationship emotionally,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
that's what I assumed.
Because I saw get them back and I said, revenge? What are we talking about? But
You
yeah.
said a
Get
week.
them back.
Ah,
See,
man.
you thought there would be more situations in life where you have to get revenge.
You know what I'm saying, man? Bruh, but I said they meant
So they
get
want
this
the
individual
person
back
back.
into their
Well,
life.
that's easy.
Yeah.
Just call him
Mind
back.
you, well, it's been 2 weeks now because we didn't read it last. We didn't read it last
Oh.
week. This
Many bad
thing
things
might
have
be
happened.
it might be a mess at this point now. So they regret the decision they've made. They want to get this person back. Mind you, it hasn't hit a week yet. What do they do? What would y'all do? Have you all ever been in that situation? Have you made a decision?
Yeah.
And then had to go. Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
I did what Carl said.
Oh, just
go.
like.
Well, just call him back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the feelings are still there, and you can always explain your reasoning,
Of course.
but obviously you have to clarify that
I understand.
this can't be
yeah.
a continuously. This can't continue to happen. Where it's like make a decision on my emotions to end something. The guy is like, hey, I messed up. I thought about it, and you have my reassurance that I'm not gonna make a decision like that next time unless I've actually thought about it.
I know that I think it's like a Japanese like not a proverb but like a imagery kind of thing where it's like you crack, like let's say you crack something, like let's say a vase, and then you put the gold leaf through it to put it back together kind of thing, yeah. And it's like you look at certain relationships, yeah. You overthink something and you make that, like the love is there, right? Let's say you've just literally you've overthought something and you've made the decision to cut someone off or whatever, right? Or end it, yeah. And now let's say you do
We sit together.
fix it, you come back together. It's like, but that pain of like you were still willing to cut this thing off, especially if it was like you were the one that overthought the situation that led to this. Like that can be a permanent marring on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like
And the ball's been broken.
exactly. And now you're trying to
Yeah.
put it back together with the, you know what I mean? They're trying to put
Yeah.
that gold leaf through it and make it look beautiful and whole again.
That screenshot that went through every single WhatsApp group.
Was there a screenshot?
I feel like, yeah.
But it's like, like, is it possible to?
Does it feel as beautiful? Like that's the whole thing, you know. Because the idea with the whole symbolism of that is that like, oh look, it's so beautiful, like the richness of gold, all this kind of stuff, like, and that's like it wouldn't have this if it had stayed in one piece.
It would've been just-
But then it's like maybe it's beautiful to everyone else, but then it's like internally it's like there's just constant memory of that, you know.
that moment.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like that.
I don't think they'll have. I don't think that moment will be so significant that a couple of years ago. In fact, it probably might even be a situation where it's like you might even laugh about. Where it's like, man, I actually can't believe you got to end it there. Ha ha. Well, good thing you did it. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're lucky if you get to the point of being able to laugh about something like that.
But I think it also depends on how it also happened. If it's one of those where it kind of escalated real quick, where it's like, well, I'm done with this. Well, I'm done with this too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on that kind of vibe, it just escalated real quick. It wasn't like, hey, I'm actually done with you. It's just things kind of escalated. Because
Like
I've
you're
seen
saying
situations.
that's enough to
I've
come
seen
back.
situations that kind of escalated, and then they kind of come back. It's like, hey, obviously things have escalated, and I actually didn't really mean what I said, right? And that actually didn't leave a mark in that relationship. And like I said, it really depends on how things happen. But it could be one of those where it's like, haha, man, I actually can't believe, relationship almost ended. We wouldn't be here, and then you have a good laugh with it. Because I mean, even with my own friendship, where it's like a friendship almost ended, and I thought about it. I was like, man, imagine one day I should get to laugh with this guy about the fact that this friendship almost ended.
Yeah.
And we did laugh about it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, Walter was driving, I was like, bro, remember when you almost ended that friendship? Like, yeah, crazy time. I said, yeah.
Right. I was thinking about this the other day as
You
well.
get what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you laugh about it sometimes. It just depends on how it happened, really.
Okay, if a relationship is a grind to maintain, it's like the love is really there.
Yeah.
Right?
This is a great question.
But it's a grind to maintain it. Like the love is genuine.
Yeah.
I love you, you love me. There's no doubts around that. But just living this out constantly comes with side missions almost. You know what I mean? In order to make sure that this is good.
This is good, yeah. Oh,
Is that worth it?
Wow, that's a very.
What's an example of a side mission?
Like
along the way, you kind of have to. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah,
by the
go
way,
for it.
But like, you kind of have to teach him something in which you felt like they should already know.
Or you have to constantly deal with.
reassuring them.
Yeah, familial clashes
Exactly.
constantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Could be
You
another
know,
one.
or like I mean, these are very real examples that I think a lot of people go through. It's like, whatever.
So
it might
side
be.
mission is always gonna be there, but imagine you having to do it like constantly, where it's like
Or
side
it's
mission.
like
Yeah.
it's not just I need to teach you something. It's not just insecurities. It's not just family stuff. It's
All of it.
insecurity and family stuff, and I need to teach you stuff.
Yeah.
That grind
You know?
is tough, man.
Because it's like then you're constantly grinding. Is it worth it?
I mean,
And the thing is, we can never say no, right? Because if something beautiful can come out of something, then it's beautiful,
Yeah.
right? But
some beautiful
is
things
that
aren't for
taxing?
you though as
Exactly.
well. Though,
Is that
sometimes.
taxing?
I think it's definitely taxing, man. I was gonna say, do we believe that absence of these things is equated to
a
a
good
good relationship? Because if our answer to that is yes, right? You know what I'm saying? If our answer objectively to that question is yes, then that means then that grind we're saying is abnormal and it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if we can say that no, like these are part of regular occurrences,
That's like-
which they are,
Yeah.
right? But they also don't have to be. You know what I'm saying?
All of them regular?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's not
the
out
other
there like
aspect.
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, and based on statistics and like all this, because I was looking after I watched Beef again, I was like looking to the statistics with infidelity.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like 25% of men, and 10% of women, I think, in relationship, long-term relationships will cheat, right? Which is pretty high.
Pretty
right?
close.
I mean, but then I don't know. You're like, it's high, and then you're like, oh, is it? I don't like. You don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Well,
you never
obviously,
know.
zero
Zero's
is
great.
ideal.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like
Gotta
these
be
also
realistic.
broken humans, you know.
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, like, let's say infidelity is something you got to deal with. But then it's like, if you got to deal, that's like one thing. That's a major thing. But then it's like, if you got to deal with this and that, and throw infidelity in the mix and whatever, it's like, because I'm like, okay, yes, infidelity, for example, is one of those things where you're like, the absence of that is a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
not getting along with the in-laws seems standard, you know? And we were like, but it's one of those things, or maybe that's one of those ones where you go, that's either way it goes, whatever, but having a really good relationship with the in-laws makes a good relationship, you know? Because you see those people where it's like, yo, both of you gained another set of parents.
Yeah.
You know, like fully, you know, on that calling them mum and dad and this and that. It's like, that's nice, beautiful. You know? I'm like, okay, that's a extra advantage, but it's not expected.
But I would love that.
Whereas being, what's the opposite of infidelity?
Faithful.
Being faithful is expected. I was saying being fidelity.
Loyal.
Yeah, because that's a really good question, to be honest, bro. Is something worth continuing on if it's such a grind to maintain?
Yeah.
I genuinely don't actually know how to properly answer that without having to put it to the inverse instead. What?
Energies, universe. It's all you guys thought you knew us. We got step ones and started acting different.
Right. Bro.
The planets are moving different.
Yeah. The orbitals right here. All right. Whoa. What was that?
Why did we do that?
Why did you do that?
Huh?
Yeah, why did you?
Man. I think, again, I would love to check this out to the
Depends
people
on
then,
your
bro. What do y'all
capacity,
think
right?
about that? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. Why did you mutter that? That was a good answer.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
No, I just said
She said
depends on your capacity.
Okay,
Like-
beautiful.
Why'd you mutter that beautiful point?
Okay, because then I was gonna say, because I find I have this thing where it's like I will always treat myself as the exception to the rules, even though I'm very aware of what the rules are. You know, so like I would be like,
Okay.
you get what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
Like,
Elaborate.
okay,
though,
this
for
is
the
not
people.
good for a relationship.
Yeah,
For
but-
me, I can ride this shit out. You know, I'll make it work. This will not get me. But then it's like, yo, and then sometimes I'm taking back. I'm like, wait. Hold a minute. Hold on. Am I doing things okay? Like, what if the rule applies? This rule of measures.
This is tough.
You know,
This is
like,
tough. Yeah.
The guy said the rule of measures. I'm about to shout to put the rules here.
Oh, I think we're falling apart.
Yeah.
That's why there's that whole conversation of like, you know, relationships being toxic. And I feel like nowadays a lot of things are being normalized. You know, these toxic traits that shouldn't be in a relationship, like cheating multiple times. Since when was that normal? Since when was that like, okay, we can work through that afterwards, you know? Or what else is something that's toxic that seems to be normal?
Couldn't tell you.
Well, okay, to be honest,
Yes,
the cheating multiple times. I think this generation cheats less than previous generations. I know it sounds mad, but like
I've had this type of
you know,
a
like
thought.
back in
haven't
the
fleshed it
days,
out
like
though.
30s, 40s, that like
Okay.
this is I'm talking Western world
Yeah.
here. Everyone has wife, girlfriend, mistress. That was actually pretty common, apparently,
yeah.
especially
You see in,
amongst
like,
the
the
You know what it
elite
is though,
stuff.
is because then these constructs in society allows for that to happen openly in that regard, right? Like, do you know what I'm saying?
whereas nowadays construct doesn't allow for it openly.
Construct is
It's
semi. It's wrong too.
Until
even
nowadays,
though most
where now things seem to be coming back around. Sorry, I'm just gonna run with your thing of like the open marriages,
open,
the
yeah.
this,
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Obviously,
But now
that's not
we've-
strictly cheating. We've just given it sexy titles.
That's what, as Mark was saying that, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Because I semi had that kind of a thought too of like, is our generation a little bit more, I wouldn't
Committed.
say faithful, but committed, or a little bit more in love with the what a
Relationship.
union can bring,
Yeah.
right? But in the same vein, I'm like, but very much more overtly are we doing things that are or praising things that are very toxic,
Yeah.
right? But it's like back then we didn't look at them as, or not we, but like back then I would say some of these situations weren't looked at as toxic. It was just the setup that was there. You know what I'm saying? It was a setup that was had or something like that in that time or whatever, with the mistresses. Concubines, bro.
Yeah. Well, and then,
You know what I'm
so
saying?
yeah, that was the West. But then it's like you take it to Africa, to the Middle East, to India, whatever. People marry multiple people, all this
Yeah,
kind of stuff,
exactly.
and it's like, okay, that's not healthy, but that's in the open.
But
You
that's-
know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's
different.
This
yeah.
wife knows that he's not spending Tuesday night with her because Fatima's waiting.
Bro, kissing at Fatima's house, bro? It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the capacity. Maybe even.
Oh, I thought he was going to just leave it there.
but even actually, I don't think it actually depends on that. Maybe not. Because
It
I
does.
might
Like, not saying he's the exception, which means his capacity, he can handle more than,
have
you
the
know?
capacity, but I was like, do I even want to do this though?
yeah.
Just,
But that's what, that's what.
Yeah. Is the grind worth it? That's
because
genuinely one of the hardest things to decipher.
it legit is, bro.
Well, it's a decision, man.
Yeah.
You're like, man, should I?
Someone
do
else,
this?
it's a very nice, beautiful one to read out, to be honest. It also shows that we are global.
Oh yeah, I like this one. I like this one a lot. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. I believe I know who it is as well,
Yeah,
since
yeah,
you've commented,
yeah.
but I don't want to. You know, no, it's anonymous anyway, so why not? Hey, I'm a new Hey, Can someone else read it actually again, bro? I feel like I hate hearing my voice read these back every time, man.
Yeah,
Hit it.
Actually, it's from a black woman. Why doesn't a black woman read it?
Wow, Grib.
Wait a minute.
How do you know it's from a black woman?
Because
she
said
said
I'm a black woman.
Ah.
It's also a black woman from the UK, so can you put on an accent,
Oh
please?
boy, I don't have.
Yeah,
No.
Don't
For
do
the
that.
content.
I don't know how to do
For-
that.
Can you
yeah,
do
but
it?
let's try.
I'm not bad at insults.
All right, we're all gonna
Hey,
try to
I'm a
be.
new listener, blood. Nah, I'm playing.
Yo, what?
I'm playing.
I know
Bro,
that's
what
not
kind
how-
of?
Innit?
Excuse me, I'm not.
She
Well,
said,
we're
he
assuming
said
she has a
Annette.
strong accent as well. We don't
Well,
know.
Yeah.
Does or
First
not.
of all, guys, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
come on
it's-
now.
What am I supposed to assume she has?
No
I don't
accent.
know. Like, just sounds, you know.
Sounds like a
Anyways.
beautiful person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She says, "Hey, I'm a new listener and I enjoy your podcast. So thank you for
It's not British enough.
Thank you for providing me
She's
entertainment."
British. She's not dyslexic. Okay. Can you read straight?
Hold on, excuse you. All right. I'm 25 and a black woman from London and started listening to your podcast because it came up when I searched for Melbourne-based podcasts. I'm thinking of leaving London for at least a few years for Melbourne next year and wanted to hear your thoughts on what Melbourne is like. Okay. Also, I'm a software engineer and wondering, how do you find jobs in Melbourne and what's the pay and work-life balance like? Finally, I know you are
Hell, my one on the best line too.
Okay. I know you are self-proclaimed best podcast in Melbourne, but
Australia.
what other
Yes.
Melbourne... Sorry, Australia. But what other Melbourne podcasts do you recommend? I started listening to Bittersweet and would love to listen to more Black POC podcasts. Thanks for reading. I hope you have a blessed day.
No, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you so
I
much.
love this person.
I love
so-
you.
So there's a few things there to address.
Yeah, beautiful things
So
too. Beautiful
about
words.
three. So let's start off with what is
With the
Melbourne
fact
like?
that we're the best podcast.
Thank you.
What
Yes,
is
we
Melbourne
are.
like?
Melbourne's a dope place. I would suggest,
I
I,
love
know
this.
it's just a long trip and all that kind of stuff, but if you're planning to move here, maybe just come here for a visit.
It's expensive, though.
It is expensive,
Yeah.
but when you're here, our crew will take care of you.
Oh yeah.
Genuinely,
Hey, yo,
like,
reach out.
genuinely, if you come here, come for like
Yeah.
on a 2-week basis, whatever, and we'll spend the 14 days with you. You know,
100%.
like
Yeah.
we'll take you around. If you're a church person, come church with us. If you're
Right.
not, come to the clubs with us.
I just told him I didn't agree with this.
They're otherwise. You know what I mean? But not genuinely.
Nah, that's
We'd
bad.
let you experience Melbourne
I'll be
fully.
lit.
Sure.
Make sure
That'd be
that you
good.
don't end up in the north side.
Oh my days.
What?
All the west side.
Oh my.
You only go to the north for food, west for some food, and then back to the southeast.
That's the way. Done.
We'll take you around if you come.
But now
southeast.
we will literally see
Yeah.
Melbourne as is. I genuinely think you should come here on a 2-week thing, and then just suss out Australia. Spend another week in Sydney,
For sure.
Gold Coast.
Perth as well, because that's a bit closer on your way back. And
So job opportunity.
Yeah,
and
not Adelaide.
Yeah, not
Damn.
Adelaide. Trying to scratch sticks, maybe you can go Adelaide.
Okay.
But yeah, Melbourne's dope, man. It's vibes.
Melbourne is good.
It
Melbourne's
is.
proper vibes. Like we always talk about the culture, we always talk
Yeah.
about the scene, entertainment, all that. A lot of people that are doing this similar thing like us are also just as dope kind of
Yeah.
thing. I mean, if we are self-proclaimed also dope people.
Yeah.
People are cool here, you know what I mean? And quite willing to just interact and set up things to link up and hang out.
sure.
So you
Sure.
won't be without
lot of
cool people.
events.
You had someone that came down recently to suss it out and they're ready to come move
Ah,
here.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about moving down here already.
Literally. Came down he was only here for like a couple of days, wasn't he? And then now he's ready to come move down here now, you know? So it's vibes. So yeah, you mentioned, Carlos, that they also
events.
said
She's
about
a software engineer.
software engineer.
Wondering how
Something
There's
that
a lot of work for that.
Yeah, something that came to mind immediately is through the banks.
Banks.
The banks. Yeah.
That's
Like your
true.
NAB,
Sure.
your Combank, ANZ, all them vibes there. I think they're pretty good. Especially NAB specifically, they have a good program for African people actually as well. If you want to suss that
Yeah.
out too.
On that, Melbourne actually pays pretty good salaries.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
the
Nah,
salaries
Melbourne's
are actually
good.
pretty good salaries. I mean, especially when I hear you guys like With the UK stuff, it always throws me off when they're like, I'm on
30,000? Yeah.
25, 30.
So, whoa.
And I'm
The
like,
last time I looked at it, the
Yeah.
average was 75.
yeah.
Salary for the Melbs.
Yeah, at Melbourne.
According to Barefoot Investor.
Nice.
And as a software engineer, I think
You'll
you
get
can find
money,
something
for
very
sure.
Software engineer, yeah, you.
Yeah, no, Melbourne's good for that. But yeah, I was saying
definitely a
definitely
good space.
look
Yeah.
into the banks, look into the insurance companies,
Yeah.
health
Super. We have a thing
insurance.
called Super here.
It's not-
Superannuation. They might have it, but a different name. Like America has 401k,
401k,
Yeah, fine.
all that.
yeah.
It's basically your retirement fund type thing.
Maybe try LinkedIn as well. Have a look on there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you can find people that you can connect with in the industry that might be open to, introducing you to other people.
I was
as
gonna
well.
say, if you want us to do some heavy lifting for you, reach out on
Yeah.
a like directly
Legit
thing,
on a- yeah.
like
And
a
we got
DM
you.
or whatever, and then we can actually, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
connect you to people that we actually know here within the type of a space. But
And in-
good work here for that.
in terms of work-life balance, I think it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah,
good.
It's
You can-
balanced.
You can maintain it.
Yo,
You can
COVID did numbers for
maintain-
that.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
tell you
Let me tell you
something.
I have
something.
not worked at my employment since 2022.
Don't out yourself like
Nah,
that.
play. But the balance is pretty
Yeah,
lean.
it
here.
is.
There's a lot going on all the time. Like you'll never go more than 2 weeks without knowing what. If you feel like going to an event, you'll
What's
never.
the
know.
hype?
Very
Um,
social city, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's all you got to learn. What's
Very
the haps?
social.
What's the haps?
And
What's
then
the
everyone just comes out of the woodworks and answers for you.
And that.
Tell him.
And
What
And
else did they
podcasts.
say? Other podcasts.
so
to
bittersweet, obviously, as they're ready to listen to.
Depends on what kind of content. I mean, if you like it,
Like
us,
POC.
They just throw all the Melbourne or
Just run it.
because that's what they're asking for basically. Well, the ones that we know.
this is the thing. So there's podcasts and there's also people creating
Creating content.
conversations and
Conversations,
content,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is the lines are being blurred in that regard. To be honest, so I was also gonna recommend like
Noah.
yeah.
No way,
You know what I mean? Noah is great. Like it's a show. You know, people that have shows and things like that.
Yeah.
You have Noah DaCosta. We might have to put
The
his
whole list, yeah.
maybe in
so.
a comment or something like that. I'll put him in a comment
Yeah.
in the YouTube or whatever. So yeah, Noah
Oh, we got you
DaCosta.
with that, yeah.
Or should we just put them on? What? Because you can't think of it right now.
No,
or
we
what?
can. We can.
Shout out Talking Trophies of
Talking
course.
Trophies, of
Lydia.
course. Lydia.
Shout out Lydia Tessima as well.
Creates important conversations.
Who else is doing good?
I was gonna say not Melbourne
Alpha
based,
and Tibbs.
not Melbourne based,
That's
but
right.
Sydney based. Fufu and Tibbs, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Dubs. Who else, man? Hey man, this looks bad, but
if
we
you like
shall
football, let them shoot.
let them shoot, bro.
Oh, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, good content. Galacticos.
What's it called? One of your boys came over here and taken over our social medias.
Or Olan. Yeah.
He's born offside. Also football though.
No, there's a bunch of content
few
being created
stuff.
here.
Yeah,
So
there's
yeah, we'll probably have to
heaps.
put it in the comments in the YouTubes, and you can go and suss that and check it out. Yeah, man. Thank you for the love, though, from London. You know what? If you really love us, share this with your friends.
Yeah, that would be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Put on your
Let 'em
story.
know.
Yeah. Also, coming to Melbourne is a really good choice for you if you're from London because it's not a dead city. Like, you would be shocked with if you end up in Adelaide or if you end up in Canberra.
They gotta go back on the same day,
She'll
bro.
be taken aback.
Bro, let me take that stick and leave. There's nothing in that city.
Let me take
But
that stick.
Melbourne or Sydney is your only options
Yeah,
really
pretty good.
to live in. Perth, maybe.
Vibes, man. What else you're saying, bro?
Do we have a wake up call?
I had one, but it's too wholesome.
You said this twice now.
We can end on a good note.
He's a,
Nah.
he's a toxic guy.
So toxic, bro.
So toxic.
Who made you laugh last and why?
Oh, I did see that one. But I was like, damn, the answer's the podcast,
Yeah, I
bro.
know.
Like,
Yeah,
I
to be
legit- I
honest.
legit laughed.
Outside of this, who made you laugh last?
My younger sister, bro,
Okay.
Oh.
putting in hard yards with the comedy vibe.
Okay.
This is how old is she, man? 15-year-old this year, bro. Oh, okay, I can't get into all that yet. But like the relationship that we've been able to build over, I guess, recent live events, all that kind of stuff. Relationship we've been able to build. I'm like, damn, I'm looking at you as you're an individual now. Like, you're proper grown up and we're bantering, fam. Like, yeah, it's proper beautiful banter. I'm like, I never expected that this was going to happen.
She replies now, which is beautiful. She replies. That's actually very endearing.
Oh my
Like
days.
nowadays, you crack a joke with her, she cracks on back. You're like, hey, wait, shut up.
Bro,
Before she just is a giggle.
oh, my sister's funny like that, man. Absolute weird. Yeah, giggle, look down, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's my answer there still.
Bro,
Last person made me laugh. My niece made me laugh today. Just funny kid, bro.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing her now, like she can talk and verbalize everything pretty much. So it's even like my mom was chopping up onions for like food, and she touched the like for salad. Yeah, like she was cooking.
No,
So.
but like, what else?
I know. But she touched the onions and touched the eye, and she starts crying. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, come, like, let's wash your hands." So, like, I'm holding her at the sink, and she just like takes her hands out the wall. And she's like, "Hot." But it's like she can do everything. And then, like,
is
before
so
we come here, I'm like
cute.
shaving my head. I wasn't wearing my top. She just looks at me. She goes, "Tummy." It's just like
That's cute,
Oh,
man.
that is
Oh,
so
man.
cute.
Bro, we're at your
so
sister's
cute.
crib a couple days ago, yeah? Did she tell you something? Or?
Did she tell you what happened at the end?
No, what?
Okay. So you tell the. Your
What?
You tell
Anyways, yeah, we were there a couple days ago, whatever, and then because she sees us on the pod, so she says our names and everything. I'm like, bro, we must be best friends.
She's obsessed with you.
Bro, she
I know.
shut down. She put herself to sleep.
Yeah.
Turned around into her dad's arms. Would not turn around for anybody. I said, bro, how? I've never felt ugly in my life.
Okay. And then he put her to sleep, and she just kept going, "Where's Daniel?
Oh.
Where's
And
Daniel?"
I'm like, bro, you didn't do this when I was there. I was like, bro, I felt so ugly. I was like, bro, how scary is
scared
my
her.
face, bro?
She likes the idea
scary is
of
my
Daniel,
face,
but not
man.
seeing
That's,
you.
yeah.
It's so cute, so cute.
She is
man.
actually so adorable.
All right.
Um,
Yeah, you guys don't be laughing.
no,
That's crazy.
yesterday I was actually with my. This has been a hectic few weeks, so I haven't really seen my mum that much because every time I'm at work, she's sleeping, and then we switch. You know, I'm sleeping, she's at work and stuff. So, her and my auntie, you know, we all just sat down yesterday with my sister and stuff, and we are just chatting about life, and it was just very wholesome. It was just very nice, and we are just laughing and chit chatting, and yeah, it was good. I was like, I can't wait, you know, for us to do this more often. So yeah, shout out to the mums and the auntie.
I was gonna say on that, it's hilarious. Like when you start to notice these people are actually alright. Like
Yeah, they're cool people. Like,
yeah,
they're
like
good
when you look at,
people.
especially when the people are in authority figures or positions, or like your older sister, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
looked
yeah.
at her as the older sister for time.
Yeah, but now
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
we're
Others
homies.
vibes.
Yeah, that's cute, man. Cute.
I would say, yeah, actually, it was last night, actually, yesterday.
It's a long time ago.
Mate.
What do you mean? I
what you say?
did
What
not see
happened
anyone
last night?
today.
Who made you laugh?
My indoor team, because I got an indoor team, and we've been going like, you know, we just do haps, you know, like we go bowling, we do this, we do that. So yesterday we actually went out, and it was just funny. Yeah, everything was funny. One of them said, "Hey, I'm not gonna come out. He said I'm gonna drop you guys off there, right? And then I'll drop you guys back home. I don't want to go in." Okay, fair enough. My guy comes out with the most drippiest clothes we've ever seen. We were like, bro, you're not gonna go drop people off with
Sorry,
what you're
bro.
wearing. Yeah, somehow ended up getting in with us too. Everything was just so funny, but it was vibes.
Very wholesome. That was a very wholesome
It was
one.
nice, bro.
It's cute.
It's good.
It's good.
out to you all.
I feel like there's been such a random episode with so many different things.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
guys, don't lie to people.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the life.
Oh, I want to talk about one thing.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to ever say that I don't support women's sports.
Oh yeah.
Tell him
The
why.
amount of $100 I spent on Women's World Cup
Yeah,
tickets.
yeah.
I'm
And
not gonna lie.
genuinely
I was
excited.
like, because you put up a story and then I saw FIFA Women's World. I was like, did he make a mistake? Does he know that it's
That is the
women?
women's.
I was like,
No.
is he sure?
This is see, I'm
Hey,
a
we're
man.
vlogging.
I'm a man of my word. It will vlog everything.
We're
I was
vlogging.
even gonna say, might get extra tickets for one of the games and bring like 4 or 5 people.
People that want to come
yeah.
down with
fans,
us.
like
Yeah, TD and friends.
yeah, 100%.
TV and
That's it.
friends.
But I'm a man of my word. What did I always say? I
did
said,
I say?
when it's good, I will watch.
When it's
It
good,
has been good.
I will watch.
Okay.
All right? It has been getting good.
Okay.
Sometimes
That's good.
not so good still. But it's at the stage where I'm willing to go, you know what? Let me put some money behind
Putting
it
money
as well. All right?
behind it.
Because it's exciting. So all 3 group matches that are happening here, I'm going to. Do you think I care about watching Canada play? No, I do not.
I mean, you care
But
about
I'm
watching
I
Nigeria
want to see
play.
Nigeria play.
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
All right? Do you think I care about watching Jamaica and Brazil
Yes.
play? No, I don't.
Nah,
But I like the fans. Nah, but that honestly sounds like a great game. And then Morocco and Germany as well.
Germany, that's the
Good
other.
game.
So,
Should we do the Jamaica? Oh, but it might be tough now just because it wasn't a. Unless, you know what I'm saying?
ooh, we just add more.
But
I'll
the
check
section-
tonight if there's more in the section. And
Yeah.
we'll just
That'll be vibes, man. Let's
Might get another
Good
5
vibes.
for
Nah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be good.
Let's do
Experience.
something like that.
Yeah,
Love it.
because it's very exciting that this is happening in Australia. Not
Yeah,
gonna
it's pretty
lie,
crazy.
all right? If it was a different sport, I wouldn't. But it's football, and it's actually getting pretty good on that level as well.
We'll
didn't
check
know it
in
was
after the
Melbourne.
matches to see how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Hopefully
let's
it's
create
still
content from this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's create some content, man. We'll vlog it. We'll vlog it for y'all, man. We've been experienced.
Do you want me to streak at the Women's World Cup?
Bro, how much you guys bet, how much would you put down for Noah to do so?
Yeah. Would you do me like black magic and pay my my lawyer fees afterwards?
Oh. People looked
crazy, I'm
after
just
him.
stranded on my own.
Bro.
Guys.
Yeah, where you at?
You said you like the content.
Hey, he was wearing the, what do you call it? Just underwear with the holes.
I'm gonna wear
Yeah,
step
yeah.
ones.
You're gonna wear step ones,
Bro, I'm gonna wear step ones with the flag joints.
You get me? And
Or-
yeah,
Nah, that was
The hot dog
mad,
one.
That was a mad joke. Never mind.
right. And if you guys need to figure out where you can cop some step ones, I forgot the URL, but Noah remembers it.
Step1.live/the disruption.
Disruption.
It's gonna be in our easiest way, honestly. It's gonna be in our link tree. Just go to our Instagram, click on the link in our bio, and cop a bunch. All right, I'm telling you, cop one, and then realize how much you like it,
And then cop more.
and then cop more.
Yeah, man. Support us and help support them.
Australian businesses.
Ounce.
Selling business.
Ounce.
Hey, thank you for joining us for episode 191. This sushi's been staring at me for the whole episode.
No,
I'm not
literally.
sniffing this
I'm
thing.
gonna eat it. Hey, we'll catch you guys next week. I believe there's a guest.
I believe there's a guest.
Laters.